It's
Thank you so much. Thank you so
I
much. I literally forgot. So thank you. Let me hit it right now.
Killer.
Boom. All right, cool.
You're good. Not on the
Well,
keyboard.
hey, what's going on, Fernando? What's up, Amber? What's up, Christy? What's up, folks in the chat already? Hallelujah. Hey, what's good, y'all? Go ahead and crank it up, man. I ain't even know.
Oh, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Happy Marvel Zombies. All right, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. There is so many announcements, and we just going to go, not just announcements, but we're going to keep you in the loop. We're going to crank the show up, and we'll go down the list, and then we will get on to our Justice League. You already know where you at. It's fall. Let's do some natural intro stuff. I don't know why, but that intro don't be hitting for me, man.
I didn't even see nothing. I didn't even see nothing. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Every time I'm like, man, why did I waste my money on this? This let me stop. It ain't that bad. Hey, well, anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning. You already know what it is. It's your favorite Blerd Click, ready to talk Blerd shit. And yes, we are going to talk about the things that debuted this week, which, of course, on the top of that list is Marvel Zombies. Hallelujah. This is a 4-episode miniseries of sorts in the spirit of What If, some of your favorite Marvel characters. So we definitely want to talk about that, in addition to the fact that Peacemaker had another episode, and it's getting crazy. Unless you like zombies, Nazis. Whole other story. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Not to mention, Alien Earth is still outside and just had a season finale. So we're gonna get into all of that. Gen V is on as well. Are we liking it? Are we not? Are we kind of over it? I don't know. There's a whole lot to discuss with regard to that, in addition to plenty other things. But I figured we'd start today off with something a little lighter, just real quick, because so many things happen in the world. Today's episode is brought to you by Bulma and Chi-Chi.
Collab. You what? Look. Bulma, you cut that stupid shit out right now!
Yeah.
Bulma! I can make it collab! You what? Look! Bulma, you cut that stupid shit out right now! Bulma! I can make it collab! You what? Look! Bulma, you cut that stupid shit out right now! Bulma! I can make it collab!
What? Man up there. Why you put it up there in the wind?
Bulma, you cut that stupid shit out right now!
What's your spirit ball? What's up with that spirit?
I can make it collab! You what? Look!
Yeah. Come on now, are you ready to come on now, Lady Mandalore? Come on now, man. Look at the superpowers. All right, you're right. All right, it's
what?
All right, my bad. All right,
sir.
I thought it was
that's
funny.
like showing me titties. I got my own. I'm not impressed.
All right, my bad. I might have been out of pocket for that one, but there's a couple other announcements as well. Real quick, man, just a couple of things going on in the world. So for those that are not in the know, looks like Tom Holland may be out of commission for a little while. Evidently, he cracked his head and is being treated for a concussion. Who is this dude? Who do you think he's? Tom Cruise? He wants to be Jackie Chan. He's doing all his own stunts. A female stunt double is also believed to have taken to. Yo, what? They going all the way out with Spider-Man, bro. Like they not. Brand new day. He ain't gonna see a brand new day. I hope he got Obamacare or whatever. Because like, wow. All right, that's the whole thing. I don't know if y'all had thoughts on this or not, but wow, it's happening. All right.
Hey, yo, I think getting your head cracked open is literally the definition of starting a new day. Like that's like, you were normal, you were fine, and then all of a sudden you weren't. That's a brand new start.
Brand new day. He's gonna have a brand new metal plate in his head. Yeah. What you said, lady? Hey, where them fans at? Whoa, 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 whoa! I got my
No, baby need no. He need to. All right, I'm gonna get it out the way. I need the music. I don't know the whole song, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. Okay. That is a grown ass man. He can make his own grown ass decisions. He is very much so in a better, younger position to do these silly ass fucking stunts compared to Tom Cruise. However, baby, I'm gonna need somebody need to talk you down off of some of this shit. It's okay to sit out a couple of these, because if the stunt person is getting their head cracked open, I don't know if it's the same stunt or not, but somebody's getting fired. Okay, somebody's getting fired on some real shit. Not both of y'all out of commission. Not the person that's supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? Like who decided maybe this stunt ain't worth? You know, I mean, damn. I mean,
yes, it is.
Because the whole
yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Listen, if we getting head cracked open, we getting some nice acrobatic, real life web swinging. First off, did y'all see the things that they had this Spider-Man doing? He's doing practical web swinging.
Yeah.
Manhattan, right? This ain't CGI.
Yes.
They're doing practical. This is the dude who directed Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah,
so we getting all these practical, up close, tight action. I need all of that. I want to see Spider-Fu.
Also, it's Jackie Chan's stunt team. We getting work. We are getting work.
Put this little man through the ringer.
Hold up. I would have celebrated that had I not known how many injuries Jackie Chan has sustained.
No. It's not Jackie. Jackie can fuck up his own shit all day long. However, he's got enough sense to tell other people, maybe don't do that. Except for this part. I don't know who did this.
I was about to say, like,
except for this one. Whoops. My bad. But you'll be all right. If Jackie can survive all that shit.
Survive.
Listen, look, blood, sweat, and tears, baby. This is the Marvel that I've needed from day one. I need commitment.
That's fair.
I mean, well, if we're gonna go fair, like Jackie's had training his entire life to prepare his body for those type of things through martial arts training. Tom Holland was just at Zendaya's family reunion.
That's another subject.
You know what I'm saying? Just a few weeks ago, a couple months ago. Like he wasn't trained in martial arts. He was eating collard greens and macaroni and cheese, and now you want him to be swinging practically. And this is what happens. This is the type of stuff that
you put a blinds down on you.
Yeah, you want this man to swing with giblet gravy in his belly. Like, this is not. Come on, man. Now look, if I'm part of Tom's team, I look at this event and I look at it, the leverage that we have now, because now I can go back and renegotiate my contract. because what I didn't know is that I was doing such a dangerous film. Now that I've cracked my head open and I know that this is not typical, I'm calling my agent and I'm telling them to tell Marvel we want $300 million or we're walking. And look, the problem is you've already started the movie. You can't find another Tom Holland in that short of a period of time. So you may very well have to give Tom what the fuck he asked for. And that is what you do with a situation like this, is you leverage it. You don't let this be a defining factor in your career, because look, cracked head open does not seem like that's not. When I hear that, I've only heard that in the streets. I've only heard that. Yeah, I've only heard that from us. I've never heard white people say they cracked his head open. That's why I'm wondering whoever.
Do you watch wrestling?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You know that he's a gymnast, right? You know he actively is a trained gymnast.
Okay.
He has. I promise you that.
All right. I mean, I get it, but if he got hurt on a flip or something like that, if he was just flipping and then cracked his head open, then I would give you praise for that. But when you're tied to a whatever, some type of wire or string, and then you fall and crack your head or whatever happened, in order for him to crack his head, which again, we don't even know what the report was that he got his head cracked. That's all we know. That's all we know.
Harmony, I'm with you.
All right, first of all, leave it to black people. We always gonna add some shit. Don't nowhere on this thing say crack his head open. It don't say nothing about crack no head open. It says cracked his head, albeit still bad. The open part adds a whole nother dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just take a step back on that for number one. Number two, I'm almost certain, Tylene, that this negotiation that you're talking about is too late because he done signed the papers. He is already on set, acting actively in the role that he signed on for. Remember, he signed for like 6 more movies. You know what I'm saying? He signed a long time ago. He signed for like 6 more movies, and they're not all Spider-Man movies. You know, some of them are Avengers movies, some of them are Marvel projects, but he signed for like 6 more movies. You know, now somebody fact check me on that. It might not be 6.
I was going to say, I thought this was his last Spider-Man movie
for more productions.
Well,
so somebody hit me with the fact check in the comments.
Vince, I don't think you understand that contracts are meant to be renegotiated and can be renegotiated, i.e., Micah Parsons, who had a contract with the Dallas Cowboys and then got his shit renegotiated by going for other leases. Look, I'm just letting you know that when you sign a contract, you sign the contract with the understanding that, hey, this is similar to what I've already done. Not after you crack your head. Whether you crack your head, not crack your head open, whatever. I'm serious, man.
I'm going to use your analogy against you, but go ahead and finish.
Man, you're going to find some way to use it against me. But I'm serious. I'm serious. Like when you have an injury that is, because look, we haven't heard anything from his team. We haven't heard anybody saying, oh, you know, everything is good. He's recovering well. Yo, I haven't seen any reports after this crack.
This is literally a report.
No, listen, man.
He's being treated.
You talking before I'm finished. Like I said, I have not seen any other reports since he cracked his head, basically saying, "Hey, he's good. He's he's recovering well." Da da da. I haven't heard anything, and that is a little scary because typically, with a star of this caliber, you would hear reports. There would be somebody saying, "Hey, this is he's been updated to this. He's been updated to that." And what I'm saying is, when something this bad happens, egregious happens on set, and it's all the fault of the director because he wants to go in a certain way with the practical stuff that Ant was talking about. It like
wait. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, Ty. He's actually going back to filming next week. That was on. So this coming week, he'll be back on set.
He'll be back on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh.
What could you provide?
Take a Tylenol. You'll be all right.
Where's the source from?
From Hollywood Reporter. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, we'll check it out. We'll but Harmony. but did he die though?
Right?
Yeah, be a big
okay, so what's the problem? But other thing I was gonna say real quick though, Ty, I wonder how much of that I wonder how much self accountability goes into those type of decisions. You know, like I wonder, it's like, nah, I can do it. Nah, I want to do it. You know, and then oops, upside your head, and now you're like, nah, I want 400 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder where is like the line? Do you have to, you know, be like, yo, well, we can always get another Tom Holland, you know, another multiverse.
This feels like the crackhead was exaggerated though. Like if he's back already, like that like I said when I initially said it'd be us. we be like, damn, that nigga head was cracked open, dog. Like,
I saw what he was thinking.
It'd also be his agent. It'd also be his agent. Like, nah, run that insurance money because they do be having set insurance. Run that check. That if this, then that bonus. Run that.
Hey, listen, I get it. I know something about doing stunts she ain't got no business doing, and he probably should have thought a little twice about this. But hey, here he is now, and it sounds like he's gonna be all right. And this is just another story for him to talk about in the post production. interviews. So, what else do we have in the world of news? I would like to do a real quick shout out to I almost called him the homie, but Marvin Jones III is set to play Tombstone in the upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day. Speaking of Spider-Man, and this comes as a I like it. I like it. Ty was just talking about Tombstone. We was speculating that perhaps it was Tramel Tillman. Now we know that that's not the case. And I'm gonna keep it real. Ty, I can't speak for you, but I know you think you're big on Marvin Jones. You like dude. We remember him from Black Lightning when he was a head boss in Black Lightning.
Absolutely.
And you've been singing the praises of old boy for a while, so this got to make you happy, right, boss?
Oh man, this is. I think this is. I've been really talking about how underrated Marvin Jones III in his role as Tobias was. He just like he didn't get enough credit. Like that dude bodied that role, and like I feel like if it was on any other streaming service other than CW, he might have got the credit he deserved, and that's a shame to say, but it is what it is. So the fact that he's now going to be presented to the world on a massive platform, I think he's gonna kill it. I have no doubt in my mind that this dude has the acting chops, and it is gonna give Tombstone every bit of of energy that it needs. This is my dog Condon. This man might spit a flow. I mean, we might catch him spitting a flow in the
yeah, he do music, right?
Yeah, that was what he did first was music. You know what I'm saying? I just can't rave enough about this dude. I love to see actors who can act, and this is an actor who can act his behind off. And this is a good role for him. I think he's going to kill it, body it, and he might be one of those spot-ons that we look at and we're like, yo, man, like one of the best parts of Spider-Man New Day was him. And I can't wait to see him.
Whoa. I mean, the best parts of the only thing I'm happy, I'm geeked up, I'm ecstatic for old boy, but Tombstone, I would dare to say it's probably not going to be the main villain in this upcoming Spider-Man. Would you? Well, in my experiences, in all of Tombstone's interaction with Spider-Man, it typically Tombstone does not represent all like evil. Like Tombstone is a guy, you know what I'm saying? Like there's iterations of he's one of those dudes where like when Spider-Man and them fight, when they get done fighting, he's like, all right, stop that shit. He's not like I'm gonna kill you, take you to jail. Like they don't have like a back and forth type of rivalry
more
where
like a nuisance to him. He's more like a nuisance.
He's not like think about what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking like take a Dr. Octopus who's like obsessed with Spider-Man, who has all of these like who wants to like change the course of nature as we know it, versus Tombstone, who's essentially a gangster. Like he's a gangster who just happened to get superpowers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that he's gonna be like the main villain. I'm not saying he shouldn't be. It's not against Marvin Jones. It's just Tombstone himself isn't that grand of a character in the comics or any of the Spider-Man iterations. Even in the video games, like
he's not grand, but he's definitely a catalyst. Like he definitely makes Spider-Man. He makes Spider-Man pause and maybe shift his perspective on something, or take his attention away from something while the main villain is doing something horrendous. So he is an integral. Don't look at me.
Tombstone's got main villain energy. He's had instances where he's had Spider-Man, where he's trying to do stuff and Spider-Man tries to stop him. He doesn't really take him seriously like the way Venom does because he sees him as a child more times than not. But when he's with adult Peter Parker, he's throwing homie out a window. He's gonna be sitting here giving him the spine buster like the Green Goblin did in the last movie. But this is the type of problem that he could be in this film. I don't want to discount that.
I'm not, but that's what. So when Peter Parker is young like this, He's not 100%. He's not into his full I'm a grown ass man type of energy. You know, I've been holding back
How old
on
is Tom Holland?
Tom Holland's like what, 28?
No, I'm not talking
Isn't he
about
like 30?
Yeah, don't do that.
Spider-Man.
Don't mix the character and the
How
talking about
old?
Spider-
That's what I was going to ask you, because how old is Peter Parker in the show? Because you got to remember, we don't went through like mad
Peter
time
Parker
skips
just went to
in the
college.
He's
MCU.
between 18 and 22, because when we last left him in
they just got
No
into
Way
college.
Home, he's 18 basically.
Was he? Did they
Yeah,
say that?
he just got
Remember,
accepted to college.
The last thing he said to Zendaya, who didn't remember him, was, "Oh, MIT." Remember, like she was trying to get into MIT. Like, they're just graduating
So
high
he's like,
school.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we've had a lot of time skips in the MCU. That's what I was saying. Like time keeps
Not in this
jumping ahead
universe.
in between these films.
Not in
It's
this.
like
Not
10 years where he's like 28 by the time we get to see him
Could
again.
be 25, could be 23, could be in like his mid. He could be closer to that.
That's a
Nah,
stretch, bro.
well,
That's a stretch.
I guess
And
that's-
now I'm starting to think that Sadie
I'm
Sink is
with
going to play
Ant on this.
Tombstone's daughter.
Yeah, I'm with him.
He's not.
With
There's
Ant?
no way that they're gonna let that man be close to 30 by the time we get to the MCU that's at now. Maybe 5 years. Maybe he's 23 at the most. I can see, but not a whole almost 30.
Well,
Yeah.
since there is
I'd say his 20s.
since there is some level of continuity with the MCU, he's right. Like, just because we saw Tom Holland at 18 going to college the last time we saw him doesn't mean that the world stopped and time stopped, and then the next time we see him he'll be in his second year of college. He could very well be graduated. We don't know, but I do think that there is going to be some movement to the point of can Tombstone be a main villain boss? With Marvin Jones playing him, he can. And that's kind of what I'm saying is we saw him make Tobias, who was a street level gangster, the same thing that we've seen with Tombstone. He magnified that individual by making him a classy, intelligent, tenacious dude. Like the way he conveyed his evil presence and stuff was elegant. He used to tell when they would have the back and forth with him and Black Lightning. Oh man, come on, man. He didn't walk out of there. He like, he was talking about his wife one time. Like he was like, tell your wife. I'm like, this
Grown Dawn wasn't no joke.
Hating him. He hated that man. He hated Tobias. And there wasn't nothing you could do with him. Because Tobias was always 10 steps ahead. He's like, oh, you gonna get me, nigga? I'm about to become the mayor. I'm gonna be the mayor, nigga. Now I'm gonna be as the mayor. Now look, everybody likes me now. Everybody likes me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm telling you, man. Be careful, man. I'm telling you, like with this addition, I'm putting him up there. Like, and it's funny that you pulled up that picture of him and Mahershala, because I revere Mahershala the same way that I revere Marvin Jones III. I think he brings an eloquence to a character and to roles that I think he's really going to magnify the role of Tombstone. Like, y'all are comparing Tombstone based off of comic books and everything like that, and it's just a read, right? Like, when you look at it, it's a read. But when you get somebody who can act it out at a higher level, now you start to feel something. You're like, oh, I didn't realize this. He made
But I agree with you. I'm not shitting on
Marvin Jones
at all with his acting ability. I'm with you, my bro. He needs to be up there with every fucking body else. I'm not gonna hold you at all. Me talking about the character he's gonna play versus him as an actor has nothing to do with one another. He's gonna make y'all want to read about Tombstone, and you might be disappointed when you read it because this motherfucker's gonna knock that shit out the park.
Exactly.
Agree with you 1,000%. As long as the writers and the editing don't fucking hold this man. Don't you hold this man. Give him his time on that screen, please.
I agree with Lady, but let me challenge you real quick, Ty. So what I'm hearing from you, Ty, basically is that, because Marvin Jones III is such a talented actor that we can probably expect to hopefully get a grander role from him, because he's the type of guy that can raise a character's stake or his, like his level of significance based on his acting criteria. Right. So I'd like to present to you Exhibit A. Do you consider Paul Giamatti a great actor?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Paul Giamatti played Rhino, who was in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 for all of 5 minutes. He was in it for the beginning, and he was in it for the very end. And he was given, this is an Academy Award-winning actor. Now, it's not that he isn't capable, but the character that he played was such an insignificant dumb fuck character that even though he was such a great actor, it could not rise his character to another level. See what I'm saying? Like, so in this instance, I'm not saying that Marvin Jones isn't worth being critically acclaimed. I'm not saying that he can't make this character more significant than it really is. I'm just saying traditionally, Tombstone is more of a side character, not a main end of the video game boss. And I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. All right. And I'm not gonna lie, Tombstone's not that sexy. He's not that, I mean, not only sexy in the physical, I mean, like in terms of like a character.
It's all right if you like Tombstone.
I've been watching too much sports. They talk about plays and shit like that. He's not that exciting as a villain, just because he's basically a Luke Cage. He's basically Luke Cage in a different form, right? But doesn't mean I'm not as excited to watch him. However, if you had told me that Marvin was playing Norman Osborn, we got a different story, right? If you tell me Norman is playing like Carnage, Cletus Cassidy, one of these cats, these are big villains that move on to the point where they get their own comic books out of Spider-Man. Like they surpass Spider-Man to the point where they get their own, the projects. So Tombstone never rose to that level. Maybe this changes things, but right now I put Tombstone and Scorpion in the same bucket.
Can I rebuttal that just really quick?
Come on.
The Paul Giamatti comparison is fair in a sense, because you're putting Marvin Jones up there in the upper echelon of acting. However, the reason I'm speaking about Marvin Jones III is because, unlike Paul Giamatti, what I have is a template based off of what I've seen from Marvin Jones III as a villain on a show where he was not necessarily the main character. And what I'm saying is, watching Black Lightning for all of us was a journey and a roller coaster ride. But one thing that was consistent throughout that entire show was Tobias. And what I'm saying is, if he can elevate a villain like Tobias, I think he can elevate a villain like Tombstone, because they're a lot similar in characters. Street level villain, coming up, get some powers. Like, think about Tobias Strange. Tobias had but Tobias had super strength. He basically at times was invulnerable, the same way as Tombstone.
Yeah.
They're literally the same character. So I'm saying, if we get that same energy that we got as Tobias, look out. And I'm gonna stand on business, because when this movie comes out and he does his performance, I still am standing on the fact that I believe that we'll come out of that saying he was one of the better parts of Spider-Man, whether he's the main villain or not. I think we'll just look at his portrayal of Tombstone and be like, hey, he made Tombstone look, now I'm looking at Tombstone a little different. Like, I'll take him serious, because you came into this like Tombstone, yeah. But I think we'll leave out of it like, Tombstone might need his own, something.
Listen, this is no way, and I see we getting shaded. Harmony, Lisa in the chat.
Oh, wow.
I'm not trying to shade like the villainry It's just the level. Like if we're talking like this is if we're playing Mario Brothers, this is not King Koopa at the end of the castle. This is like, the very one of them anyway. And I'm talking about the character, not Marvin Jones. Let's just keep it real. But I agree with Ty. Like, this is the type of casting that will elevate Tombstone. He will now be a point of interest for the non-comic book readers, for those that don't follow Spider-Man as closely as we may. They'll now be introduced to Tombstone in a manner that is going to make them take him seriously. So I do agree with that 100%. And let's also keep in mind, like Marvin Jones has a condition that I don't think we've really had a lot of in Hollywood, which is he's an albino. He's a black albino man. And I mean, that might sound like a trivial thing because it's not really a big deal to us because we accept him as a black man regardless of whatever. But he's spoken out about his having to deal with whatever it is that he has to deal with in the world of acting with albinoism and kind of being black. And let's hear what he had to say about that.
Man, with albinism,
like it's not for show. It's got to be more absolutely respectful, and I think giving him a platform to be himself, like without the albinism behind it, without it being anything where he's other. You know what I mean? Like, respect that he has that, but that's not all him. Clearly, if you close your eyes and listen to that snippet, that hits the
revolutionary.
Soul.
Yeah. He's somewhere between Huey P. Newt and T.D. Jakes. Is where I put him. Like he sounds like a revolutionary, God-fearing evangelist. I read up on him because I tried to book him at one point in time. We didn't get no response. But like he's very into his belief system, which everybody should be. And so for that, I applaud him, and good luck to you. I do want to say that he did not accept our offer as of yet, but maybe he will for Brand New Day. But for those of you all who are Alien Earth fans, I did want to make this announcement. Last week we were able to talk with our homie Young Deuce, who did interview Babu Cisse, who's Morrow in the Alien Earth world. And next week we will actually be coming to you with Jonathan AJ. All right, I probably got to get that right. I probably should get that right before he comes on, right? But yeah, Jonathan AJ, as we know him as Shmee, will be joining us to discuss the goings on of the Alien Earth saga. It is right now in it's at the end of the season. It's the season finale, and we're going to discuss the season finale at the end of the show. But yes, we have gotten confirmation from Mr. Ajay. I'm sorry, man. I didn't see any of the punctuation marks on this thing. I don't want to, but Jonathan Ajay is going to join us for an interview, and we will be airing that next week. So appreciate y'all for joining us for that. Go ahead and set your clocks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notifications on so that when that goes live, you'll be one of the first to know about it. Now, let's go ahead and keep this thing going. We got a couple more announcements before we get into the shows that we watch. A few things that I thought that were sent to the group that I thought were noteworthy. Real quick mention of the Wolverine video game. Are y'all up on this? Yo, are you serious? The Wolverine video game? Yo, okay. I don't know if y'all are ready, but this game did not come to play with you. Like, if you thought Marvel was getting soft, I don't know. Whoever put this shit out, they know what we want, and they did not spare any expense. Let's go ahead and give you a little taste of what it is. Ooh-wee. This is actual gameplay.
Wait a minute. Make that bigger.
Actual gameplay. Yeah,
wait a minute. Make that bigger.
I can't make it bigger. Yo, look. But like, yo, they not. Look, the blood is there. Yo. These ninjas.
Wait, let me. I'm with my screen bigger. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. What else do you need to see?
Oh, I mean,
Come
okay.
on,
I had my hesitations before seeing the gameplay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I gotta get a PlayStation 5 now. Fuck.
Oh man. Oh, we'll talk about it.
When is this dropping?
Next year.
That's a question.
Next year.
You might get a
time.
PlayStation. You might get a PlayStation 6 by then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That ain't happening. Not with these tariffs, y'all. They trying to put out a handheld system that costs twice as much as the regular console. Y'all, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make my own. I'm gonna build my own PlayStation 6 at the end of the day. But yeah, this looks crazy good, and I'm geeked up. I can't wait to check out this game. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still a little disappointed that the Black Panther Captain America game got canceled. Like I really had my heart set on that game, and but hey, life going life, right? So I guess you just got to keep it on moving. All right, man. This one I just have a quick shout out for myself. This week in science, at some point in time, I'm going to have a segment called Science Motherfucker, but I don't have it set up yet. Until then, I would like to present you guys with what would have been a segment on there, and that is that they actually have started making actual real life Gundam wing machines. This shit is crazy. Pacific Rimmers, all of y'all that are out there like, yo, we should make this real. This is really happening. It's a freaking big ass robot. Freaking, this man aircraft. This is real. Now, how functional it is, how much it actually works. Does it actually allow you to fly to the edge of the stratosphere? Can you, just man this robot and beat up a whole country's worth of soldiers? Nah, I don't think so. But the point is, they're already at the point where this technology may actually be in our lifetimes. We might, before we die, we might see somebody pull up to a foreign adversary country in a big ass robot on some Avatar shit. Like it's almost here. All right, I'm gonna let that. I'm just gonna keep it moving.
It's giving AI, but I'm gonna let you be happy.
What?
I'm gonna let you be happy. Oh yeah, that's good.
Come on now. Look, let's not sit here and act like there haven't been a lot of innovations. I see dudes riding surfboards that are motorized now. Have you all walked down the street? Bicycles no longer you don't need to use your feet anymore. Like they're electrical. You know what I'm saying? Skateboards now have one wheel, some of them, and you just roll on it. Some of them are remote powered. I mean, you're in New York, so everybody walks, you know what I'm saying? We got sidewalks down here that don't have construction on it, believe it or not. That's interesting. Like it's a concept. Not in just Central Park. All right, I'll just mess with you. But yeah, I thought this was interesting, but evidently I'm the only one, you know what I'm saying? It's the engineer in me, I suppose. It's just really cool. Like even to put together a design model, to have a blueprint, to have any type of schematic that includes this design and to put it together. I don't know. It does things for me. All right, I'm sorry. I'll get out, but I know nerdy.
Ty, you okay?
I mean, I like this. It's not surprising to me at all. Like that, we're headed in that direction. I mean, this is especially when it's coming from. I don't know if that was Japan or China or where exactly that was, but they're usually 20 steps ahead of us. So. So whenever you see stuff like that over there, none of it surprises me. The way they live over there is technologically, it's different.
All right.
I mean, obviously, if you're Vince and you travel to all the third world countries, they're going.
Oh my God!
There's going to be places within.
China's a third world country now.
Yeah, all right. I'm saying, well, there's going to be places within those countries that are not as technologically advanced as other places. And I'm obviously not speaking about those places. I'm just talking about from what I've seen people post in certain places in Asia. There's a lot of technology that we don't have over here. So that's what I'm saying is as far as that.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. There are some things, and if you do visit Asia, specifically China and Japan, that you'll notice maybe are a little more advanced. But honestly, some of the stuff is really just random. Like you probably have seen some of the videos of like service robots in the restaurants and and things. And one of the things I really don't understand that we don't do here is like their stoplights, they count down. So if it's a yellow light, instead of it just being auto, oh shit, it's red. It'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, red. You know what I'm saying? They have braille on every sidewalk for the blind, like little things like that. But it's not like you go over there and everybody's in Starship Enterprise. You know, it's not like so.
I wasn't alluding to that. I wasn't.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you were. Just in case anybody was thinking like, oh, over here is like, you know, the Flintstones and over there is the Jetsons. There's some technological advances. Yeah, some things are cool, but it's not so much different that it's like, wow, a whole new world. But I digress. Let me bring this up because I thought this was interesting. And Ty, I think you had some. This is I ain't gonna lie. I'm not sure what to make of this. Do you remember Game of Thrones? Y'all had Game of Thrones? Memories? All right. Well, tell me if you remember this gentleman from Game of Thrones.
There's obviously been a lot of rumors about why you stopped acting for a bit, and I think a lot of people still believe these rumors, and I want to put an end to them. Can you tell us once and for all why you took a break from acting?
Well, I can say, thankfully, it wasn't because I received any sort of abuse from anybody. Thankfully, I know that can happen. I don't know. I know it can happen. People confuse the character, but with the actor. But after Game of Thrones, or even during, I was continuing to act, but it was more just with a theater company I'd set up with some friends in Dublin, and I don't know. I was just more into that at that time. But then I started to miss screen acting, and I got back into it. So I don't know. It's just where I was at the time.
There's obviously been a lot of rumors.
Oh, boring. We wanted it. I wanted him to have been. Oh, and I just the trauma of having to play such a vile character. It put me in a space psychologically that I just had to go and recollect my thoughts in a Buddhist monk somewhere in Tibet. In Tibet, clear my thoughts, get my chi right. Nah, he's like, well, I just went to go do some stage acting.
I wanted to chill with my friends,
which
makes
hood rat shit with my Broadway friends. What you think about this, Ty?
I think this is my all-time, my second favorite villain of all time, and I think that he's a Michael J. Fox clone. Like I can't stop seeing it. I can't stop seeing it every time I see this video. Hey, he looks like, for those who know, he looks like Michael J. Fox when Michael J. Fox was young. He absolutely looks like Michael J. Fox.
I can see it a little bit.
You should see it a lot because it's there.
The mustache takes it away, though.
Mustache does take it away, but he definitely looks a lot like Michael J. Fox. But nah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? When you you're gonna say whatever. You know, of course, I was with my friends. We just chilled, and I was like, I miss it a little bit, I do. You needed to decompress, and we understand. And it's okay. I think what he didn't want to make it. I think he didn't want to make the interview a therapy session.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, I'll just say this. But the truth is, there's no way that you do what you did on set and on camera, and one doesn't need a decompress, because if you don't need a decompress, then you're a serial killer, and we know that.
Well, okay, so let me challenge that. I agree with you to an extent, but the other thing that I think is not being seen is that we have this image of Joffrey in our heads, right? Because he was such a well-written villain, right? Such a well-written villain. And the thing that we think is that he holds, kind of like Heath Ledger did with Joker, he holds this, like, he goes back to his trailer and he like, he sits here and it's, but I get the sense that because he was a young child, when they would say cut, like the other actors would be like, great job, little, you know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, oh, thanks, and it wasn't, so like the dichotomy of thinking like, am I this actual villain and or am I just actually doing a really good job of acting, I think wasn't there until the show drops and he starts reading the comment section. He's like, oh my God, like, and the only thing that I think is for an established actor, sure, whatever, go off on me. You hated me in the movie, that means I did a good job in acting. But for a young man who I would say he was in his teens, right? Joffrey was probably like a teenager when this came out. It'd be hard for me to imagine that wouldn't impact me at all. Like at all. Like none of it at all. Like I just did the best job of acting in my life and everybody hates me for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that doesn't impact you at all. Goddamn well he went to the Shire, pulled up with Gandalf, and little Bilbo was like, "Let me get some of that finest weed in the south of the valley." Got down with the Shire, and they sat there, and they went off. Come on, man, come on, Joffrey, it's okay. Be you, bro. That shit hurt. We know it hurt reading them comments, bro. That shit had to hurt. Don't. It's all good. You ran away from the screen and went to the stage. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not just him with the comments. He has a very unique face. I think he could probably separate himself. I think there are hopefully people in his life that help him stay grounded. But that face, I'm like, there's an instant reaction whenever I see. Even now, I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
but I'm lucky enough to be able to separate the actor from the character, but it's still fuck you. Hard way, motherfucker. But you're a great actor.
I'll never forget. I think my first experience with understanding the difference between the actor and the character is when I as a young man in St. Louis, they took us on a field trip to see Puss in Boots at the theater. And we went to go see Puss in Boots, and there was the villain in the Puss in Boots was like this witch with his powers. And when she would come on stage, they would have smoke come out, poof, and she'd be like, ah, and all the kids were like, ah. And then afterwards, she was there greeting us as we walked out, and all the kids were like, "We hate you." She's like, "Oh, do you hate me? Then I must have done a good job." And I didn't understand it as a kid, but that was like my first experience with like meeting the actor just after experiencing them as a traumatic role. And what I would, my opinion is, so I don't know. Hopefully, Joffrey's all right, and if not, you need to see one of my homeboys' backyard to get you back in the movie. All right, real quick, just a couple more trailers, couple more things before we get into following up on the shows that we love, i.e. Peacemaker, i.e. Alien Earth, i.e. Marvel Zombies, of course. Just a quick announcement, just those y'all that we're waiting for some more Star Wars stuff to come out. Star Wars will be back with Visions, another season, and I gotta tell y'all, Visions is one of the dopest, most underrated Star Wars projects, full stop. It's not lore. This isn't canon. This is what James Gunn would call Elseworld Star Wars shit. So this stuff does not interfere with what they have going on in the Star Wars universe, so to speak. Ain't no Ahsoka. I mean, there may be Ahsokas. You may see, some characters, but they're not necessarily following the timeline. One of my favorite episodes was in the first season of Visions, where they introduced us to Sith twins. We got Sith twins. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is dope as hell. Like, yeah. So I haven't actually, we don't have any screeners, so I haven't seen any of it, but I'm geeked up, and I would have to assume that somebody by the name of Lady Mandalore may be extremely excited about a project like this. Yes?
I don't like them. I don't actually like them. I'm not gonna. I know. Shush. What? I'm not into it. I have tried. I've tried all of the Visions, and I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. It's like I'm glad you did it. I'm glad the artists have this outlet to show their skills and talent. But what's next? I don't know why. I can't get into it. It's weird. I hang my head in shame. I assure you. But there's something about it that I'm not into. I can't follow. I don't care. It's not like that, but like there's no pull for me to I'm not invested in these characters. I'm not. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I'm not saying it's not weird. I don't get it either. I don't know. It's not. It don't pull me like everything else does. It's not because it's animated. It's not for anything else. There's just something that's like,
really?
Okay.
That is extremely interesting to me. That is.
It is to me too. I want to love it.
Yeah,
I want to love it.
This is kind of like an anime version.
It's not kind of. It is an anime version. It's not kind of like an anime version. It's that Visions is definitely the animated anime versions of their animations. There's no question.
Well, I was gonna say animated version of a Star Wars animated version of kind of like Black Mirror to an extent, not that crazy,
Yeah.
but to where they can take the episode wherever they want it to go, because when it ends, it doesn't continue into any other story. So like you see some crazy, like you start rooting for the villains. Like you really start rooting for the villains. Like in many instances, in some of these, and some of them are just cool little quick cartoons. Some about droids and stuff, but they're 15 minutes. They're not like 45-minute episodes. Yeah. They're like 15, 17 minutes. So you could binge them in a couple hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm geeked as hell about it, but I ain't gonna lie. I was geeked to talk to Lady Mandalore, and the fact that she is unimpressed is
I'm so sorry.
Is really the headline.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. I just, like. Cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if I like any of the stories in this version. They look cool. I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. I can't even put my finger on it. I would love to figure out what it is so I can fix it, but I can't, and I've tried.
Nah, you don't gotta fix nothing, man. That's cool. Well, listen, I'm gonna check it out. Let me ask you this: have you seen all of it, or did you watch a little and say, nah?
No. I watched them all. I want to fucking like them. I forgot which ones that I did. That's the other thing. Like for me, they're not even memorable, which is wild. But there's been a few that kind of linger in the back of my mind. I can't tell you what they are off the top of my head because it's been so long, and other things have happened that I need to commit to memory. But none of them are bad. They just don't hold my interest.
Let me throw this one out there. If there's at all one that I would recommend possibly rewatching, I think it was the end of the first seasons. There was a young black girl who was learning how to use the Force, and her city, her town, whatever's being overtaken. And it's this whole, like, this was the one that I was like,
wait, is that the one where they're trying to actually, like, the dark side is trying to take her away?
Yeah. Like, she was like,
that one I liked that one. That one I liked. I'm not, like I said, I'm not shitting on any of them, but that one I definitely clearly committed to memory. That one was a good one. I'm not knocking all of them. Some of them
I get it. Well, I'm not trying to sell you on it either. You know, I mean, your preference is your preference.
Tell me, I want to be sold.
All right, well, listen, I haven't seen obviously the new installments. I would check them out. I'm gonna go back and rewatch the second seasons because they weren't as memorably as the first seasons. Because I just remember the Sith twins and the little black girl, and the droid episode. But I loved it because and one of the reasons I loved it is because,
But there's a couple that are like, it comes in and it goes.
Oh yeah. There's some you're gonna, I mean, look, every episode of Atlanta wasn't my favorite, but I remember Teddy Perkins, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember Cat Williams running down it, trying to catch an alligator. But yeah, for this, I look forward to it because I like to see different versions of a product, a production that we love, a product that we love. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I actually do like about it. I like the different forms of animation too.
Yeah, so we can get into that. All right. Well, look, I think we've tickled y'all enough with some newsworthy things. Allow us to go ahead and get into our lead, which I feel like this should be done at the beginning of the show, but whatever. Who knows? All righty, guys. If you are a fan of Marvel, then you already know that Marvel Zombies is out. It was released this week. 4 episodes, short. Oh, maybe it's not short. 30, 45 minutes or so were released into the wild, and we have now been able to consume these. I would like to get an idea from each of us how we felt about it. So what I'll do is I will put this up like this, and each of us, once I take it down, we'll put up, oh damn, he got him up already. All right, we'll put up whether it's thumbs up if we loved it, thumbs down if we didn't, or in the middle if you didn't have an opinion either way. I will go ahead and take this down in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. All right. So we are all right. We got one thumb up, we got 2 thumbs up and down and up and down. We got a maybe. It was cool.
It's approaching a thumbs up.
It's almost there. It's almost there. Okay, all right. Well, since I didn't finish it because I'm still on the last episode, I was trying to watch it on the way here. I'm sorry. Look, but I'll real quick. I rarely get to start, so I'll go ahead and I'll start. For those who haven't watched it yet, let me give my spiel. I think that it is worth the watch. However, for those of you who do, like me, kind of like to jump right into things and to get right into it as soon as you start watching it, this didn't do that for me. It took a little bit for me because the first thing that happened was as soon as I popped it on, I was like, okay, I'm watching What If. This is What If again. And I really don't want Marvel to start thinking they could just give us new projects with the same old template. But as you stay, you quickly realize, oh, it's not What If, especially when it starts off by saying, hey, this is for mature audiences only. And it isn't until now, at first you're watching it and you're like, this is What If. It's, it is the same old, until the first head gets smushed or the first sword comes out of somebody's body and their whole entire flesh falls out, until you see somebody crush somebody's skull and the brains go flying. I think that is the big difference that drew me into this saga, is that they are not holding anything back with regard to the violence, with regard to the gore, and that is something that I'm here for. Now, outside of that, it's the same old Marvel, the same old humor, the same old team-ups that you're going to see. We've kind of gotten accustomed to that. But we're not as used to seeing a Disney Plus project with this much gore and violence, and that is why, for me, I'm on board. Now, it took me an episode and a half to get into it. The first whole episode, I was like, all right. Then we got to the second episode, the very first scene with Shang-Chi, when they was running through the city. I was like, oh shit. And then we got to the third episode, and I was completely on board. Peter, T'Challa, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm liking it, and I got a feeling I'm going to like it even more. And I'm not even mad that they dropped all 4 episodes at once. Ty, I know you're liking that, but that's how I feel. Lady Mandalore, you want to go ahead and give yours, and then Ty, you want to go ahead and tighten us up. Let us know what you feel about it afterward.
First of all, I did not appreciate the jump scare. Got my ass in that first episode 100%. It was a different feeling for me. I absolutely separated this from the What If series. I saw this as Marvel Zombies, like straight out the gate, especially with old boy Hawkeye, on the run. So that let me know, okay, no, we're in this for reals. I appreciated the buildup of the story in the first episode. I'm going to try not to spoil anything because it is a good series. I do like it. The landing on that last episode pissed me off, but something fucking fierce. Everything else in between, tens across the board. The gore, the storyline, the drama, the real sense of if you fuck up out here, you're not coming back, not for real. There are certain characters that don't make it back. They don't turn into zombies. They gone. That's it. Ta-da. I like the fact that they actually got the actors that play the people in the live action shows to do the voice acting finally. One other little thing, I wish they would stop killing off one particular character. It's hurting my fucking feelings. Okay, this shit. But after with all of that said and done, I like where they're going. The cliffhanger makes my ass itch. And does make my ass itch because we don't know when or if we're going to get a second season. And yeah, I need y'all to stop. I need my black characters. Can we? Yeah. I like y'all. I know where we're going. I know in this dystopian fucking scenario, and y'all are fucking anyway. Get off my political thing. I need y'all to bring them back. Okay, I need y'all to bring them back. But I like the series. Didn't like the way that it ended. There's something else I wanted. Ooh, they ripping niggas apart in this motherfucker. They are ripping.
Oh yeah.
The blood, the gore, the bones, the sound.
Yes.
The sound.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Yes,
oh my word. Yes, like somebody went to see what it looks like to rip people apart. Like they asked people on The Walking Dead, what is it gonna look like? Is a bone gonna poke out and protrude? Is there gonna be a little bit of gore? Will it be sinewy? It was gross, but it was great. Gross. And with that I land my plane.
All right, thanks for the breakdown. Appreciate that, lady. That was good. I appreciate the fact that you understand how different it is for Marvel to be so gory. Because I mean, that's one of the things Ty and I was always like, how are they gonna do this on? Like, we don't see Hit Monkey on Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? And we thought that's why, because it's on that level of gore. But Ty, what's your thoughts on, boy? Like you had 2 thumbs up emphatically. Talk to me.
Absolutely, man. You know me. I love good villains. I love gore. I love all of the things that, just touch my soul. And this one touched my soul. Marvel Zombies is exactly what a zombie movie should be. It should be brains. It should be for those who know. For those who know. Brains. This is exactly what I expected. Was gore, and one of the things that I really loved about this is it gave Kamala, I'm saying Kamala,
Kamala.
Kamala. It gave Kamala a much needed jolt.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And I didn't feel like her show got its fair shake. Even though I liked it a lot. I mean, she's a Jersey native. I mean, what can you say? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of spotlight on her in a good way, because I think it makes you look forward to her representation in the films to come, because you're like, I hope this version of her is what we see moving forward, because it's cool to be a kid. It's cool to get your powers and learn how to use them, and us be on that journey with you. But I think we're at a point now where the stakes are higher. Mm-hmm. So you don't have that time to develop like you may have had in the past. So to see Kamala used the way she was used in this series, it was very, very appealing. Plus, Blade, like,
yes.
I got questions, right?
Come on.
We used Mahershala Ali's likeness, but we didn't use his voice. No, not voice. We didn't use his voice.
Yeah.
No. No. The man who voiced Blade, his name is Tony Hollins, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Sure. But I too was of the notion that was Mahershala talking, until I went and checked the cast. Mahershala is not voice acting his avatar. Visually, they used his likeness, but they did not use his voice, which was it was a little concerning. I was like, well, what's going on here? But to see him use the way he was used as, Khonshu's, what do they call it? The avatar or whatever, my avatar.
What the shit?
Yeah. See,
what the shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Hold on, wait, Todd Williams. Hey, yo, how you doing?
Yo, hold up. She shooting shots?
No, that's Todd Williams. That's his name.
Ty?
Todd
Williams. Yeah.
Okay.
And so when I saw him on the screen and being used the way he was being used, I was like, oh man, Blade is that dude. Like Blade is that dude. Like you did some stuff that like come on, man. Like to see a tiny version of a human being cut apart, and then they zoom in so you can see the ribs and the ribs. Like I said, yo,
dude, that's the part I'm talking about.
This is next level. It's next level to see the fight scenes with Thor and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. And Rocket.
You know, and to look, this also catapulted. This also gave like this. I think this Marvel Zombies. If I'm now that I'm really thinking about it, it made you look at certain characters different. Alexi, who I typically am like, is he really necessary? Like I've watched him in Black Widow. I've watched him in the what was that?
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. And I'm always like, Alexi's just here for comic relief, isn't he? Like he's like does he really do anything? Does he do? Yeah. Based off Marvel Zombies, Alexi is formidable as a Captain America, as a he's that guy. And you get to see that on Marvel Zombies, which makes you again elevate this character's potential within the MCU. So you're like, oh, he's not just here for jokes. This dude really kicks ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to go up against a Namor zombie and not die. Like he had hands on you, my brother. Like everybody else that he put hands on didn't make it. They didn't make it. And so that tells me that you have a level of formidability that like formidability that just is like, okay, all right. So I think it came and it did what it was supposed to do in 4 episodes. Lady Mandalore, I don't agree with the last episode. I think the last episode was done great because it opens the door to have further episodes, which I do believe we will get. I do believe we will get. I think they're doing it like they typically do, where you get 4 and then we'll give you, 4 more episodes later on, and it's probably closer to Halloween or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not saying I didn't. I just hate. Just give me the whole fucking thing already. Like y'all been shoving shit down our throats for the last 10 years.
Are you talking to the right dude?
Just give me the whole fucking thing. Like stop teasing me. This is the blue balls of this. This is one of your best fucking shows. Give me the whole fucking thing. I will go out and okay. So maybe it's a thumbs up, but I'm still pissed about that last ending.
Oh wow!
I'm still pissed about the last ending. This is one of their best shows, and but continue to. I don't mean to. I'm just want to reinforce my point.
No, you're fine. It's just I think it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And to your point of them giving it all to us at once, I don't think they can, because what else do they have on the horizon right now? Like we're waiting.
Wonder Man.
Yeah,
that's not my fault.
No, obviously, but I'm just saying it's like I think they're trying to stretch it out to get to the next thing without having a huge gap. And with the way that DC is moving right now, that's why I feel like Marvel's moving like they're moving. You can't afford to have a gap with DC moving like they're moving right now, because DC will sideswipe a lot of your fans if you're not putting out content, but they are, and they're putting out top tier content. That is where I think the people that are in the rooms, the ones that are talking about the things that matter, are like, all right, look, we gotta kind of stretch this out.
We gotta pivot.
We gotta pivot. We gotta do what we gotta do to remain relevant to remain, in the running because DC is coming for our necks now, whereas they weren't before. And so we're conscious of that at this point. And I think that's one of the reasons why they might be moving the way that they are. I'm not in the room, but I would assume that may be one of the reasons. But
then make it 4 weeks. Don't let me binge this. Stretch this out for a month. Because now what? We have to sit here between now and November for Wonder Man. They don't have nothing coming out. Then say what you're gonna say. Stand by what you mean. Stretch this out. Make us watch this week to week. Because I would have been cool if no, they fucked up. They fucked up. They only did 30 minutes. They fucked up because they only made it 30 minutes long. If these were hour-long episodes, but then this was supposed to be a movie, number one. Oh, wait, now we all gone. Wait a minute. Hold on. It was supposed to be a movie. I don't understand.
That would have made more sense.
It would have made the ultimate sense. That's what I think. That's the other reason why it's kind of like it's hinky a little bit for me. That's the other thing that annoyed me a little bit. Like, I don't. Oh, because they put Spider-Man in it. That's why they had to change it. Okay.
Wait, what just happened in your thoughts? Like, what did your brain?
Spider-Man wasn't supposed to be in this originally.
Well, why does that change anything?
You got to change the storyline. You got to change why he's involved, how he's a pivotal figure in this, especially Spider-Man. You're not gonna have him in there for just 2 or 3 minutes as a cameo and then kill him off. That ain't happening. Stop it. So now you got to figure out a way to get him involved like that. Like, nigga, look at this shit right here.
Yeah.
that was some cool shit.
And that's why I gave it 2 thumbs up. That's why I gave it 2 thumbs up. I'm gonna be honest. Episode 4. No, it's episode 4. Episode 4 is crazy.
It is crazy.
Like you yet to finish it, so I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Yeah. But it is crazy because you realize at that moment, all of the hero shit done went out the door. We killing motherfuckers. We are killing. But I guess you like, well, can you kill what's already dead? Yes. Yes. I don't think you do it, but you can do it in magnificent fashion. And that's what we saw. We saw Blade go ballistic. We saw Spider-Man do what we thought Spider-Man doesn't do. We saw everybody forsake their original morals, even Kamala. Kamala.
Yeah, it's fine.
One is
you know what you mean.
One for president. One is a candidate. We saw a young teenager. Like, Kamala is a teenager at this point. She's had to now get her hands bloody, literally. This, like, I'm sorry, but sorry. She is going in there full on. Look, we got it. This is for the world. The fate of the world, it rests on us. We got to do whatever we got to do. And whenever Marvel is ready to take them gloves off and start to do what I've always said they should have done, which is what DC has done for years, is stop with the childish stuff. Like, let's get serious.
Oh, you're right. They didn't have the little, we got too serious for a second. Let's actually pull back. They didn't do that in this one. Not as much. Definitely.
Not only that, to your dismay, lady, they're not afraid to off your favorite character, for the sake of keeping the storyline going. They're not afraid. Now, sometimes I'm gonna keep it real. The beginning of the first episode, I was turned off. I was a little turned off. I was like, hey, that's what we're doing. Really? All right. I didn't.
Everybody.
The sacrifice.
I was shocked that they took Gold Girl out in that first episode.
I was like,
I had to rewind it actually, and I was like, oh wait, no, you really killing niggas out here. Oh wait,
yeah. I was like,
you gone.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, by episode 3, there's like a handful of self-sacrifices, and I'm like, all right, now, so everybody is it's Constantine now. Everybody wants to just give up. Go. I'll stay and push the button. It's like, nigga, no, I'm self-preservation. Like, how many speeches have we had by the third episode is
it's the end of the world as we know it. Yes, some motherfuckers got to go. And if you are really a hero, you know that you are not the ultimate person that's if you're not supposed to be here, if you're that chess piece that helps move the game along in order to win, bye. Good night.
Isn't that in essence
you got to go?
But in essence, isn't that the deep cut of being a hero?
That's what I'm saying.
Is doing what a regular person won't do. Like you're going above and beyond the call of duty. That's what makes a person a hero. Is you're out there going and doing something that the regular, the passerby is going to be like, oh, I'm out of my business, I'm getting away. But you're going to run to it and try to go say, that's the whole premise of being a hero. And I think this movie or series rather is like the stakes are so high that you have to have loss at an extremely high level when you're dealing with this. Imagine you thinking you're about to save the world. And then there's people that's going to help you, only to realize that the people you think are going to help you by killing you, and also making sure that the rest of the universe, because you're so caught up on my own problems that you don't realize that your own problems can become everybody's problems if we let it happen that way. You know what I'm saying? And when it happened, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? This is why zombie movies never end. Because there's never somebody that's like, yo, we should just blow this whole planet up. Yo, we should just
then everybody loses. Wait a minute. Wait, not the whole planet.
No, because I'm saying, listen, if you watch every zombie movie, right? They'll always do something crazy, and where it'd be like a catastrophic event where they'll blow up like a large portion of this where all of the zombies are, and you think you killed all the zombies, but one of them motherfuckers gets out, just one, and one motherfucker that gets out now they'll cause the whole thing to happen again. Now you got to blow up another piece of the country or another piece of the world, whereas you could have just blew it up all at once. Some people make it. Some people don't.
That's literally what happened at the remember the remake of Planet of the Apes, where like it was everything was almost good until the very end, and some dude sneezes on him. The dude's like, and then next thing you know, it's just one dude, bro. He's like, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah. But I would go much as to say this. I think that we all are recommending Marvel Zombies at this point. Right? Yeah. So 100%. I think that at this point, whether you like everything that happens or some of the people that are taken out, or one thing is for sure is you've never seen nothing like this from Marvel before. Look, tell me where they've had another. You know what?
Deadpool.
I'll take that back. This is the closest thing to Hitmonkey that I've seen on Disney Plus. This is the closest thing to Hitmonkey. Now, it's not the same animation style.
No.
All right. For those who haven't watched Hitmonkey, what are you doing? Stop after the end of the show. If you still have a Hulu, if you've already kneeled and bent the knee for Almighty Disney, if you already kissed the ring for Michael Eisner, and you know what I'm saying, like. They gonna own everything. Disney's one of the 5 companies in Alien Earth. Like they even mentioned that. It's like it's Prodigy, Zerolax or whatever it's called, Disney, Netflix, and ESPN. I don't forget them. But yeah, man. So this is a good show. So we gonna pause because there's other members of our panel that I'm sure would like to talk about it as well. So we will revisit this. I'm gonna give y'all some time because I know it's fresh to go and watch Marvel Zombies and come back report next week with a full live essay and book report. And we will be here to judge it and give you our opinion about what you said. Thank you very much. Here. All right, let's go ahead and keep this going. There's other things that we're watching, but let me give you a reminder too. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. Subscribe, like, and notifications. It ain't like we go live all the time, man. So it ain't like we finna clog up your notifications, man. So just hit that notification button and tune in because we will be bringing you out now new shows. Because guess what, guys? We're going to be going into syndication, which means on our YouTube channel, on our website, you're going to be able to see the likes of a Lady Mandalore who has her Room Full of Blerd show as well. You're also going to see Pink Riot, a couple of the shows. You're going to see some of Young Juice's shows. You're going to see, what we want to do is we'll expose some of our friendly followers who have been cool enough to follow us on this journey to some of the other folks that we respect and we really appreciate. So we're going to put some. So look out for those bits of content. Now, speaking of content, as I told you guys, next week, make sure you all tune in. We will have the one and only Jonathan Ajayi right on this very screen, along with us answering questions about a show that we all have come to love called Alien Earth. By the way, this show did have a finale this week, and the finale was a finale. I'm going to go ahead and take this down. Let's go ahead and give another judgment call from the panel, if you will. Let me know, was this thumbs up, thumbs down? Was it meh? I'm going to take this down in 3, 2, 1. What? Okay. Oh, you know what?
A midi?
I'm giving it the mid. I'm giving it the mid signal. And all right. Well, listen, you know what? That's not fair. I'll take it back. I'll give it one thumb up. But there's one. I'm reserving the other thumb.
What are you reserving your other thumb for, sir?
I'm putting a pie. A little Georgie. A little Georgie Porgy. I send up my thumb in the pie. Calm down. It's not the pie. Is not a euphemism. I cannot do shit with y'all, man. Yo. Anyway, so on Alien Earth, right? We had the season finale, which we are going full spoiler for. By the way, guys, this was Tuesday, so please go ahead and enlighten yourself if you have yet to have seen it. Alien Earth, it did not disappoint. I gotta say, this show was not what I expected to be. When Ty first hit me, he was so excited. He's like, yo, you gonna watch this? Gonna be the best show you ever seen. You gonna love it. I was like, yeah. Like, cause by this time I'm kind of aliened out. Romulus, Prometheus is like, they're hit or miss, right? They start to become hit or miss.
Agreed.
And so I'm like, but then after they introduced the concept, once I saw that this was not all about xenomorphs, right? I was on full on board. So what was it, guys? I'm just going to toss this up. What were the things in this finale that stood out to you that made you like it so much?
Lady?
Ty, you, me, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I liked that they opened up the world to different forms of the different species within the alien universe. Are we talking about just the episode or the overall series?
Either. I mean, the episode, obviously it was a finale, but let's stick with the finale as best we can, but but definitely include how you feel about the series.
I liked that you didn't know who not who the last person standing was going to be, but who was going to really set shit the fuck off and put a period at the end of the season. I was pleasantly surprised that they actively are looking like they're going to get a second season. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait. I think that the action scenes at the end were impeccable. I think that I want everybody to come back somehow for the second season, but it's not possible. I mean, it's not possible. the doors that have been left open, some of the unanswered questions I'm okay with still. I can't find plot holes. Not that they don't exist, but I can't find them.
I can.
Okay, go.
I have plenty.
Go.
I'll go. I have. What could that be? Excuse me. Smoke over here is fire. It's fire. Ricky Bobby, I'm on fire.
More blankets. Less blankets.
The best two movies in the world is Talladega Nights and Walk Hard. Get out of here, Ricky. Get out of here doing. You don't want none of this shit. Why? What are you doing? It's cocaine. It's marijuana, man. I probably don't want to get into that, man. It's probably too expensive. It's the cheapest job around. We gotta find that scene and redo it, bro. I swear to God. We're gonna go ahead and enter back into the conversation. None other than the one and only movie blogger himself.
Hey,
we're gonna put you on blast. Oh, you thought you was gonna show up on screen? I'm going to put you on blast for nothing. Now let me stop. Yo, Ant, he's mid-fight. He's like,
y'all done caught Ant mid crumpet. He's
nah.
Croissant.
I got this joint right here. It's a brownie and cookie hybrid.
Oh, the brownie and cookie hybrid. Oh,
let me find out, man.
I love the cookie hybrid.
Yeah, I got the brookie.
You got a brookie?
Changed my life. Changed my life.
Oh, we gotta go to New York, yo. They got brookies in that bitch, bro. And in Brooklyn. Brookies.
Wait, hold on. Where'd you go to get that? No, real quick. Just put it in the private.
Chip City.
Oh, there's one in the Westville. All right, bet. Done.
Shout out New Yorkers. Shout out to New Yorker. Harmony, you a New Yorker, ain't you? Ain't you a New Yorker? Don't y'all got these new cookie spots? All right. Who knows?
Did we already talk about Alien?
Those who are not in the New York
No, we're talking about it right now.
For those who are not in the New York area and would like to have a brownie cookie, Domino's, you can get a brownie cookie. $5. This big. It's about that big.
She closed the blinds on your ass. Yeah.
I rebuke you in the name of the cookie gods. Absolutely not.
Don't sleep on that brownie cookie from Domino's, man.
We're better than this, man.
You get it right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were well nourished with the brookies this morning, homeboy. Since your palate is full, appetite-wise, how about alien-wise? Did you enjoy this last episode? We didn't do this for you, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you your own rating. I'm gonna pull this down in 3 seconds. You tell me thumbs up, thumbs down, or meh in the middle. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! Oh my God! Take that fuck down and holy shit! The feet of Frodo Baggins, bro. Like we gotta. Is there a pet? Is there a what? I was
not the
liver. It looks like a prop foot. Oh my God! Did y'all see that? It was like, oh shit! I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready this morning. Whoa! We want to apologize. Look, the feet of Anthony do not represent the feet of New Blerd Order.
Coming to an OnlyFans near you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you think I can make some money?
Like,
y'all want to see this?
Hold on. If anybody wants to see,
we got something going here. You want to see the
put up the QR code?
Put lotion on its feet. Put lotion on its feet.
Oh shit, y'all a mess. God damn. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Let me tuck the bunion back in.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I wasn't ready for this. I did not come here. I did not come here to be exposed to Anthony. Oh my god! He got the thumbs on my screen. I gave it a thumb.
Needless to say, you loved the episode. You loved.
Oh man,
he put two hands on the foot up. He had a foot up. That's a new level. He really likes Alien. Yo, if I put his foot up for y'all, that ain't love. All right, so Anthony, why are you loving so much that you put your whole foot up, homeboy?
Yo, she had this alien following her around like fucking Pikachu, yo. She was like, sick that motherfucker. Get him. Thunderbolt. Quick attack. Get him. Right. Yo, she out here training and catching aliens. And I think he got a little brother now. I'm like, yo, I didn't know I needed this Pokemon alien crossover, but I'm with it now. I'm so with it. And all the different species of aliens now. We got Eye Guy walking around in a corpse. Like, I want to see if he'll talk. Yo, Alien Earth did the most this season. It took everything that I knew about Alien, expanded the world in all the right directions. I almost want to throw out everything that came after because it won't even make sense. We need to do like a new timeline like Star Trek from here on out. Let this man know a holy cook.
Yeah. I like
time out. I don't usually do this.
I
like to address a comment.
From
Mr. Leo G. Leo G.
Yes.
It says here.
Hey,
we don't have
what
that
is it?
menu in UK.
What up, bruv?
Mr. Leo, are you, sir, in the UK right now, sir? If so, send us a voice message. I'm a Anglo. I'm not gonna say it there because y'all don't know how to treat people that know how to use words. But Anglophile is the word. But I'm really into like British shit. Yeah, Google it. It just means I'm into like British shit, like, you know, Downton Abbey and dumb shit like that for no reason whatsoever.
Never heard of this.
Vince is the true Count of Monte Cristo. That's what I don't know. Like, if I knew, then you know. Like, he's the true Count of Monte Cristo. So
I just want to shout out Leo, man. This dude he's in England. He's in somewhere in the UK, and he watches the new Blerd Order. And he's looking at us on the YouTube, isn't it? Yes. You know, and I just think that it's nice for him to take a break from Premier League and give us a good toot on the tube. You know, I love it, isn't it? I love England. I love England. I hate that I do, but I love it. I fucking love it. It's so dope. I love being in London. I love being in freaking in Watford. I love going to Brighton. I love England, so I'm just shouting you out real quick. I'm just shouting you out because he said he was in England and he's in UK. That's so dope to me that we have a UK watcher. I'm sorry.
Anyway, and Vince only visits the posh parts of the greater UK, the posh sections. Yes. Might you sip your tea with your pinky out?
Yes, it's tea time. Would you like a spot of tea? It'd be lovely. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. This way, you take the tube everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? Get on a double-decker bus right quick. You know what I'm saying? Get down to the Eye of London and chill, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on.
Eye of London. I'm gonna have to invite you to a Bridgerton party.
Well.
Okay, but wait! Don't play with my emotions, though.
No! Pull it up. Add it to the stage.
Okay, all right.
Hold
on, guys. I think y'all need to know.
I didn't mean
to see anyway. So.
We went off on a tangent. We wasn't even ready for this today.
No.
Hey, look, this is what we do. The Legend of Bagger Ant. The Legend of Bagger Ant.
I call myself Sir Bronxdale.
Bronxdale. Man, hold on.
A gasp! An audible gasp!
Oh, how elegant! Come on now.
We does this.
I
didn't know y'all did it for real. Now I feel bad.
Oh my gosh!
Fifth. We bring the Bridgerton vibes.
What?
To the Apollo. Come on
Eleganza.
Come on out.
Okay, you got to tell us what's going on here, and like talk to us, homeboy.
Sir and lady.
That is my beautiful wife. And this is us at our Bridgerton party that we that they organized in Harlem. There's a bunch of us. So let me see if I could go through this album.
Okay, wait.
There was a whole Bridgerton party in Harlem.
When are you doing this again?
I'm sorry. You didn't tell me you were an Anglophile before.
I am an Anglophile. And I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed. Oh shit! Oh! Yo!
Okay, no, seriously. When is this happening again? Is this happening?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all cosplay the family that cosplay together, stay together, boy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cosplay level expert. And it's all sisters. Have you noticed? Like this ain't some open to the public. This right here is a blurred worthy event.
Okay, no, Anthony, I'm not playing with you on some real shit. I will do my hair and everything. Like, what do I need to do to get an invitation? Because I've got something in my closet right now.
Look like you got a +1 this year, homeboy.
You more than welcome. More than welcome. I'll let you know when we get this together again.
Yo, Mr. Leo, my friend.
I can make a tiara. I can make one. Woo!
Yeah. So officially, I think we're putting this on our to-do list, and so I guess you gotta keep us in the loops when it comes to them type of events, because we gotta now cover them and report back to base at 0800. Yeah, that hit me too, Lisa. I will do my hair.
I mean, my heavy did, but I will do
hit
my
me
hair.
up. I might even shower that month. Who knows?
I didn't even know. All right, good. You turned it off before the karaoke. Good. All right, cool.
Yo, it's hilarious. Yo, we can Leo's like, dude, I've been watching for like a year, and you're just now knowing I'm from the UK. Yes, I'm sorry, man. Yo, that's so cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm so geeked that we got a UK, and I've heard that we had some folks over there, but I ain't actually get there. Hold on, man. Hold on, because this is interesting right here, man. I need sound.
Oh, you want sound?
Yeah.
I need sound.
I'm watching them rock videos. Not many bimbos walking like hoes. You can keep those bimbos. I treat my women like blowjobs. So wherever the those sisters, I wanna get with ya. I won't cuss or hit ya, but it gotta be right when I'm saying to the break. People got it going on. And people don't quit it. But I'd rather stay and play. Cause I'm long and I'm strong and I'm down with friction on. So ladies, hey, hold on my Mercedes. Turn around, stick it out.
I just thought that he didn't need the words. He did not need the words at all. He's just like,
baby got black.
That's funny.
Yo, shout out to Ant, man. Ant is outside for real, bro. He is living life and loving living, man. You gotta love that. You gotta get it up for anybody who go outside and they enjoy themselves, man. Well, anyway, keep the love coming, Ant. If you got anything else to show, let us know. I think we're gonna go ahead and get back into a little bit of this Alien Earth. We did just have the finale this week. I did say that it was meh at first, but I think that might have been a little too strong. I don't think it was meh, but I think for me, because y'all have been hearing me harping on the similarities between this and Jurassic World, right? Like, and kind of like that takes a tiny bit of the level of originality. It's on an island. It's a bunch of creatures. They're contained. Now they're not. They're controllable until they're not. There's one person that can talk to them, and everybody else has to suffer at their mercy. All of that stuff, I was like, all right, this is the part that got me, though. In this version, this turned into Children of the Corn real quick. This shit turned into a real horror that had almost nothing to do with aliens. In fact, the aliens were not the star of this show, dare I say. Would anybody argue with me on that? The aliens were a side item. They were side orders. The main characters were the kids. The kids were the characters. The Peter Pan, and I didn't even notice. Did y'all peep that Boy Genius had been wearing green the whole time? Like, I didn't even notice it until the last episode. This motherfucker actually thought he was Peter Pan. And so for that,
you're blowing my mind right now. I have to go back.
Yeah.
Every episode he was wearing green. That's why he didn't have no shoes on. Remember he didn't have shoes on?
Oh shit!
Peter Pan. Yeah, Peter Pan didn't no shoes. But he fly.
Hold on a second. Because when he did the meeting with Shotani or Utani, he had on cream. So where are you talking about cream? He had on cream. He had on cream pants.
I think he had on. Didn't it have on green?
He always has on green. He may not always wear it exclusively, but he's always wearing some iteration of green. I mean, listen. Hey, I'm willing to be.
Wait. In case he wasn't wearing green, he wasn't playing Peter Pan when he went to go see Utani. That might be the difference. He was not for play. He was for play at his house, but when he's outside, he's doing big man business. If he's not wearing green, I can see why he would be.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think that Peter Pan, the comparisons make him inept or somehow make him weak. I think Peter Pan, even in the books, which I haven't read and I need to, according to the comment section on IG, but the Peter Pan that we all know was willing to fight for the shit that he wanted, right? He fought the Indians, he fought the pirates, and so this is just a version of Peter Pan fighting off the big bad pirate, right? His version. So yeah, I don't know, but anyway, I didn't want to dwell on that too much. It's really just the fact that this episode dwindled down to one thing: the synthetics realizing that they were not the powerless ones on this island. The synthetics realizing, oh shit, we are the superheroes. It was that one moment.
A little bit,
yeah, right? That part. It was the one moment, that line that they wrote in there, where and this when I'm in my seat and I was like, where she's like, you know, we've been afraid of them this whole time, or something of this sort. And then she says, but maybe it's them who should be afraid of us. And when she said that shit, bro, my eyes was like, where we going? Where we going? Come on, Ty. What you said, Ty?
When I saw that moment, right, it gave me the same feeling as Terminator, and I compared Wendy to Skynet, which the fear for Skynet was that Skynet would become aware, and as soon as Skynet became aware, then it would eradicate humankind because it knew that it was necessary, which is a typical kind of arc that is taken in a lot of these movies that have robots and AIs and all of those kind of things. This is the same kind of almost the same thing we just saw in Foundation. So it for me, I definitely gave it 2 thumbs up. I can't do the feet like you, and my feet.
Sure you can.
Oh man, these are athlete feet. These are not for the meek. When I watched that episode and I kind of watched it, this is kind of what I thought would happen. It like I honestly probably 2, maybe 3 episodes back, I foresaw this. Like I knew that this would ultimately become the thing, because we knew 3 episodes back, actually 4 episodes back, that Wendy had the potential to control all mechanical things. We knew that she could control mechanical systems. I didn't know necessarily that she could control actual synths as well, synthetics. And when you see her go full Skynet, and you realize, dang, she's already formidable by herself, but now she's walking around like to Ant's point. She's walking around with a grown ass Doberman that she could sit on anybody at any given time. Like she could tell it to go do stuff, and it just lurks and waits for its moment. And then you also realize there's 3 more of these motherfuckers, by the way. Like they brought 4 eggs there. 4. We've only seen 2 of them, but they brought 4 eggs. I remember that. There are 2 unhatched xenomorphs that still are, still can be added to that team of xenomorphs that she's walking around with and just chilling. We waited the entire season to see what the other aliens would do. Specifically, that big one that I've been talking about all this season, the one with the long tail. We finally see. I was a little disappointed there with that one. I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting a little bit more. It didn't hit. Like I was expecting something to emerge from that. I wasn't expecting that to be its physical makeup. If that makes sense.
You talking about the plant thing? The plant?
Yeah. Okay. I thought that there was something like kind of like bubbling in there, and that when it came time, it's just stated all the way to whatever it's going to be. Then boom, it's going to pop out, and we're going to be like, oh snap, this new. Nah, that's not what it was. It was like that whole bulb was like it's physical makeup. So it expands into like a little thing and travels on the wall, and then blah blah blah. It comes down, and when it enwraps you with it, I guess it just eats your body or whatever. I don't know how it dissolves you or whatever. But it felt like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
We waited all this time for Little Shop of Horrors.
He literally you wanted Audrey too. You wanted Audrey too. And he ended up
like that would have been the part. That would have been the part if it would have bust out into the song. It would have been like
you put the juice right in the side, and then we I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I thought that you saw it coming, and I was like, oh, here it comes, and then it came, and I was like.
Y'all could have done this. They could have did that in episode 2.
Yeah, I could have did that. So you wrapped them up. So she's a big ass umbrella. She get wrapped up in a big ass umbrella. Ella, and
that's not terrifying to you?
No,
You just walking around. Video? You don't remember like in Mario Brothers, shit would be coming from the ceiling? No, that don't do it for you.
Nah. I think in fact, why you bullshitting? Them little jaws that come out the pipes of the Mario Brothers probably would have did a more gruesome death than this death right here. She got shade. She got to go. Nah, I'm just playing. And it's fucked up because I thought old girl was gonna make it. Like they put her all the way through the whole series, and
it would have been scary if there weren't xenomorphs. It might have been scary if that was the only thing. That you have something scarier. Yeah,
really, it's just to really expand what we expect from aliens, though, right? We got the eye monster, we got the flies. Now it's like, listen, aliens is no longer just about xenomorphs. They're going to come out in different ways and different things. This is just season 1, right? We already saw like 3 crazy new alien species. One of them ain't going to hit. Not everybody's going to hit. Right. I'm with it. I like everything that they did here. I like that they're thinking outside the box. I know when I saw that thing, I kind of expected something to like emerge from it, but them just doing that, like a plant that can eat me, there's got to be some people out there with like a plantophobia. Vince, tell me the word. I know you know the word. A plantophobia out there that's like seeing this moment and getting terrified.
I think that monster alien would have been more effective if we saw it as a flower first,
right,
of some sort, without it being drooly and all that menacing type of shit, and then have it pop up out of nowhere and say, "Oh fuck, that was the thing from back then that nobody was expecting." That would have been for me. I'm like, "Oh shit, wait a minute, we fucked up."
I have a different take. I have a different take, real quick. I think that the death was gory, but wasn't portrayed in a manner that made it frightening enough to us. Now that I'm looking at the way that the plant is made, and I see all of the teeth and like all of those edges, like what the scene itself did not embody all of the pain and it kind of glossed over that. So I think this may have been more of a failure of direction, more of a failure of screenplay, less of a bad adaptation of this type of death. Is that making any sense?
No.
Like, I'm frankly, I'm interested in what the guy is saying in this. Can we take a quick listen to this explained orchid from the Alien set?
There's many new creatures on this series. One that we're looking after is called the orchid, which is a large flower plant.
Fascinating.
I want to go home now.
It's a bit sneaky in the way that you're not really sure what it does. It's a very large looking plant.
Incredible. These look amazing. An orchid sort of drops down on you and sucks you up and kind of chews you up inside.
They kind of look beautiful, you know, in the way that a plant does, but it also eats people, you know, plus and minuses.
There's many.
Hey, Leo G, they sound like you. I'm so geeked up. I have a friend in the UK. Now I don't even know if we're friends or whatever. But yeah, so scary. Sounds scary, you know, but was it portrayed in a manner that gives us, because it's essentially a plant Iron Maiden, right? It feels like, and that's not what it felt like. It kind of felt like like it just made a straw out of a girl, you know. It is what it is. All right, but yeah, it's the second time.
You know what, Vince, to your point, had it opened up, had when it was hanging from the thing and it opened up and we saw all of the teeth, as opposed to it just sending the thing down and then pulling her up into it. You're right. That was a mistake on the director's part, because that would have made it more like, again, the stakes. It would have raised the stakes. Like,
I'll
you're
take
like,
it even.
oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm too eager to talk, but I'll take it a step further. If they had showed more struggle, like they didn't really, like the girl didn't really, like it's almost like she was instantaneously put to death, and there was like no, like with some of the others, like you're like, oh, you know, like, oh, no, I don't want to, you know, like she looks up.
Oh shit!
And it's over with. Like I feel like if there had been like an attempt to escape, or like you know, if she had and it tried to catch her when she ran away or something, but if we're doing horror here, it just came a little too like.
If they had shown her point of view looking up into it, I think that would have hit a little bit harder.
That part.
And you wanted to know the what it's called is called botanophobia.
Botanophobia. Is what I thought. All right,
I'm excited to use it in a sentence.
The former home of the birthplace of Ozzy Osbourne. Sean! I love Ozzy. I mean, wow,
Jeopardy. We're gonna do Jeopardy. That's what we're gonna do. We got to do like a Black Jeopardy for Vince.
It's so random. Notice how the plant didn't attack Kirsch and Toodles on the ship because they were inorganic. Good observation. So they do have different the beings, the alien species all have different targets, right? We got the fly that only deals with the synthetics. We got the plant that deals with the organics. So there is that element that makes the alien concept even more fascinating. So I'm loving that part. So please,
I got a question. Maybe you guys noticed this or know the answer. Why does Wendy's alien look different? Like, why does my motherfucker, he's camouflage. He got plant colors. He's green. Like, I'm used to xenomorphs being jet black, leather-like skin. I'm still trying to figure out why Wendy's pet alien.
I think it's because of the brother's DNA being used to build him.
What?
So you're talking about so remember how they took the brother's lung out?
Yeah.
And it burst out through the lung. I think they used some of his DNA in order to make him grow, which is what makes him different. I think.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm not.
What's different about his DNA? Because like a lot of them come out of humans.
Yeah, that's not what happened. So with the lung, they just needed an organic or organic place to store the thing so that it could gestate, because it can only gestate in an organic matter. So they use lung as basically a husk, as you can say, for the
like
thing.
An incubator.
Yeah, incubator for it to grow within that. I'm going to say this: we learned from other alien movies that there are different aliens. There's a queen alien, and then there's like soldiers and like soldier aliens and things like that. So I think that what we're seeing is possibly, and don't quote me, but maybe that is a queen that which causes it to look different from the others, or maybe it's a soldier. I don't know because we haven't seen the other one grow to see if it looks the same as that. But yeah, you're right. And most of the time that we've seen aliens have been in dark places. We've seen them on dark ships, lackluster of light, all of the things. This is the first time we've seen an alien out in the wilderness, exposed to sunlight, exposed to all of the things that it's been exposed to. So it may have that feature of blending in with its surroundings because it is a predatorial alien. So maybe that is what we're seeing.
That's a very good point.
Blended in with the environment and to conceal itself a little bit better.
He's evolving.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, okay,
There's Pikachu. Yo.
There's I'm trying to look up on the internet. There's a lot of speculation. There's nothing that definitively says what the reason is, but it's definitely got some kind of a unique variant, possibly influenced by Wendy's hybrid nature and her ability to communicate with the xenomorphs. Because we still don't understand. There's still no explanation as to why she's the only one that can talk to them. Somebody fucked up doing something somewhere where just her, this hybrid, are talking to one another. Something happened.
Theory.
I love that shit.
Theory.
You showed that scene when she was walking through the door and they didn't want to open the door, and then she turns and she's like, cuckoo, cuckoo. Motherfucker's like, poof, let that bitch. Like, yo, I love
let me
that
tell
shit.
you, here's my scene. And so Peter Pan, aka Boy Genius, they're walking into the room where the kids are in the little, they're being contained, right? They're walking into the room, right? And he's got a bodyguard. And you know what I'm saying? He's like, so children, I'd like to come and tell you something. It's like, oh, well, I want to tell you something. I forget. I got to start getting the scripts. I got to remind me. She goes. Go ahead. Opens the door. It's like, tell us. Yo,
come on in. We're not gonna jump you, bro. Come on inside. We're not gonna jump you. You good?
Like, oh shit! Like she's like, door flies open. Like that should not happen. All right, she can control shit on the network. She can't use the force. Okay, she's not able to open the door, but in this, it was perfect. She goes, she opens the door. He thinks he's safe. He thinks he's walked into his own prison where he's got these 4 beings that he made that he thinks he owns. He walks in all deep strong, like, yeah, fuck that shit. I came to give y'all a quick lecture about Peter Pan. And then she goes, it's like that moment where you look down and see that there's no chain on the dog. You're like, right at the fence, and then you're like, oh shit, there's a whole hole in the fence, and the dog is. So that for me was when it like that. After she was like, maybe they should be afraid of us. So here's my theory, though, to kind of go back to what I was saying about why she may be able to control this alien. And this is a far-fetched theory, so I don't expect you to agree with me on this. So let me just say that from the outset. But she was able to control Peter Pan's main bodyguard because he was on the network. Right? She said that she can control basically anything that's on the network. Right? Now, this xenomorph is one of the only ones, because this one wasn't a random. This one was one that was in the case. She was communicating. She was like working with this one from birth.
Yeah, she might have been present.
There, in my opinion, not only did she imprint on the xenomorph, but also this xenomorph could have easily had, something injected into it, something that made it so that there is some sort of communication network, because she can hear and anything on the network she gets. As wonders why, like, she has no control over any of the other animals or the other aliens, just this one. If I'm not mistaken, am I tripping? She don't communicate with no other xenomorphs.
Well,
it's just the one.
There hasn't been any others. Yeah, for her to do that. No.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't meet the little baby one. The other xenomorph got loose, and I think it ran into the other xenomorph in the wild. But she hasn't
killed
actually
one.
interacted with
She
it.
killed one.
But she did not learn the language of the xenomorphs until they came back to the facility. So she didn't. So that the idea of her communicating with that xenomorph that she encountered first is out of the question because she hadn't even learned the language yet.
Right.
So like everything that happened back at the facility when she encountered the one that they birthed with her brother's lung. Then she went in there. I mean, because remember it like when they were causing it pain, that's when she was like feeling it and all of that kind of stuff. And then that's when she started to hear it cry out. And then she started to learn as she spent more time with that xenomorph. So we don't know if she can't communicate with both of them. But what I will say is this: whether she can communicate with them or not matters not. She communicates with the one who can communicate with the others, which is why it was able to bring the other one in there. And think about this: when it brought the baby xenomorph in there, it didn't attack anyone. Now, by nature, they're supposed to want to attack and feed on organic material. Humans. It came in the room and was very docile and right next to the other xenomorph, the grown xenomorph, which that's why I'm like that she could very well be raising a queen xenomorph who has the power to control the other xenomorphs.
I was under the am I the only one that's given credence to the possibility that Wendy herself may be a queen? I know she's a synthetic, but
in a
like
sense
of the alien race, like even if she is a figurehead, kind of like in the Borg, like there's a.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So
like she kind of has that
mother, like she
yes, yeah.
Mother, like so since the baby xenomorph that she's raising, her face was the first face that it saw when it came out, right? And he's imprinted on it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So could she very well be, I guess, looked at by the xenomorphs as a queen mother, as the mother? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, I guess we'll know for sure next season if there is a next season, which I hope there is.
They don't fuck around on this, y'all. Please don't do this. Don't be stupid.
All right.
So the money.
Go ahead, Ant.
I'm sitting up here like looking where do queens come from, and it said that the queens come from super face huggers that implant a specific type of embryo inside the human body. And I think in Alien 3, Sigourney Weaver's character was treated with like reverence because she got implanted with a queen inside her body.
Yes,
that's true. Huh.
So I don't remember what the difference was with the appearance of the super face huggers versus the regular ones.
Yeah,
I just don't remember. Like, are they all yellow? Are they different colors? Do they come like, reptilian looking like this guy?
All right, just trying to make this so woke.
My
right,
bad.
that's so woke.
Just did it again.
Red, black, now just playing.
But you know what's crazy about that question though, that Ed just said? When we saw Alien Romulus was the first time we actually got to see how deep. Oh man, this is gonna sound crazy. How deep they send their tube in through your like. Yeah,
they put it down their throat.
They put it all. They put it all. Yeah, they do. Like when they pull. Remember the scene. Remember the scene.
You can't say throat anymore. That's what we are. That's how far
we go. You can do it. It's okay. You can do it. We can all do it together.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that was all down your throat. Like whoa, woo. Woo!
In my motherfucking mouth. So you can lick it, you can stick it, you can taste it. I'm telling you, let me drip it up, don't you waste it.
I say that to say, like, what is the would that be the difference between a super? Because when you say super hugger, it's like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean it goes deeper? What is what's happening? Like, what's the difference? Because I've seen all of the different aliens, and they all look the same. If I'm being honest, like that when they before they turn into the xenomorph, they have always looked like that.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get the answer to that. So while Ant is researching, let me ask you this. I think that I heard from one of you that there was only a few aliens because you said that there was 3 eggs, right?
Four.
Uh-oh. We've unveiled something.
So the royal face hugger is spawned by the xenomorph queen. It's unlike other face huggers because it's larger, stronger, and it can impregnate 2 victims before dying. 2. One of the victims will have the embryo of an alien queen. So they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and they knocking up 2 of us.
Yo, hey, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I ain't nothing to do with it. I'm not.
two people on this panel gonna be pregnant after the 2 people.
Who was us?
It ain't me. It ain't me.
Yo. But all right. Well, I wanted to ask. Watch out, Amber. Where's your mind? So, we all right. This is what I want to
know. Amber.
We got to talk about that too. That's a whole other. It's the Nick Cannon of aliens.
That's what I'm, ma'am. Yes. Ma'am.
Have some coffee. All right, wake up because you're sleeping. But nah. So my thing is, all right. So let's talk about some of the actual occurrences in the show. Okay. So in the chat, it's already been mentioned multiple times. One of the most anticipated scenes was that of Morrow confronting Kirsch, right? This is an android versus cyborg battle in which we saw them both duke it out. This was prefaced by the elevator scene already. What did y'all think about it at the end of the day? Did y'all have any thoughts? I thought it was pretty dope.
Titan against Titan.
Yeah, man.
I was into it. Sick. Hey. It was
right.
it was awesome. It was awesome. Sorry.
I was underwhelmed myself.
Why?
You said why?
Yeah.
Because the lead up was like it made it like we've seen Kirsch very even killed throughout the entire thing. And I was just expecting it to be more of a knockdown drag out. And I didn't think that Kirsch would go down so easily with just slammed him on a desk and broke it. So I was looking to it to be a more a competitive fight. I didn't see Morrow being able to kind of dismantle him the way that he did. Like it was just like it was over so quick. Like honestly, Kirsch would have been up out of there. Kirsch was on his way out of there. If old boy and them don't come in when they come in. So it's just my expectation, I guess, is that's my fault. But I hear you. I just thought that it would be more because the tension in that elevator and that was such a moment. And when everything we watched from Kirsch has been systematic. Like I'm thinking, like, is he backstabbing the whole time? This dude's got a whole plan. Like that was dope for me. I was like, yo, I'm thinking, why is he letting the kids out? Like, why is he doing? Yo, Kirsch really must have been the whole time. Kirsch got a plan. So when they finally encountered each other, man, I was just expecting that to be like a damn knockdown.
Yeah. Kind of like a Goku Vegeta type thing, right? Like it was supposed to be like a move Earth.
Yes.
I get it. I get it. I had a small bit of that as well. Like when he slammed him on the table and he started bleeding like that, and it. I gotta cut this freaking Google shit off, man. I swear. But I was like, okay, he's hurt. But I didn't realize that it was like I was like, damn, that's it. Like he's down. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, his back is broke. His back, he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like
he got bones.
He's not a man. He's an android. You know what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying. I did expect a little bit more you know, boom, bam, bip, maybe a limb or two to be removed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of get
the eye popping. I was like,
because you already talked about the eye. He did fuck his eye up. Nah, he did fuck his eye up, but it didn't get popped out. Yeah,
pop it out.
But yeah, so I guess that's
was only round one, right? Like this also felt like season 1 was doing a lot to set up season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Like
I get
this
that.
feels, and they all survived. Nobody died. Even Boy Genius is still around.
Not nobody died. My homegirl from Set It Off got ate by a plant.
Yeah, the whole team, the whole strike team.
Everybody other than the main.
I mean, none of the main characters. We all knew the red shirts was done, right? As soon as we saw them come on the screen with their red shirts, we knew they wasn't going to make it to the end of the season.
So the one thing that I was trying to bring this point up earlier, and let me get y'all thoughts on this. So you said that there were 4 eggs that were brought here, and so we know of 4. However, have we also considered the aliens that are made in transport? Because the eggs that are late, remember that one of them popped out of Old Boy's chest. That's a whole new alien. That alien was not here on the ship.
What are you talking about?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
That was the one that tried to, when it got off the ship, when it crashed. That was the one chasing everybody the fuck around. The one that Wendy
killed. The one Wendy killed.
No.
The one Wendy killed.
The Xenomorph. Remember they put something on his face because Morrow told.
Are you talking about Arthur? You talking about Arthur?
Correct. Morrow told Arthur to put it on his face because if you put it on his face, then he'll be unconscious. Don't worry about it. We're just going to take him back. They put him on his face. They took it off his face on the beach or somewhere in the woods. They're like, oh shit, okay. And they start walking. Next thing you know, boom, it pops out of his chest, runs into the forest.
That's the baby.
That's the one. That was the baby one that the Xenomorph.
The new one.
No, that one.
Yeah.
That one didn't exist before.
No,
it didn't exist.
All right, listen. Let me break this down for you, Vinny. Break this down for you. When Morrow asked Slightly to find somebody to put that on, he put it on Arthur. Right. That was one of the eggs that was in containment. So now,
yes, baby, yes, there was yes.
I'll walk you through it. All right, there were 3 eggs left in containment in the science lab.
The lab.
3 eggs. Yeah. There were 3 eggs. Slightly opened the door. One of those eggs hatched.
Right.
That is the egg that attached itself to Arthur. That is the one that hatched in the jungle. At the end of end of the episode, you see the Xenomorph that Wendy has been controlling walk up with a baby Xenomorph that has just been born. That is the one that was running around the wilderness, in the wilderness. So right now, as it stands, there are 2 that are out and 2 that are in. That's where we're at. We have still have a total of 4.
Okay, so help me understand this. You're saying that this machine, the thing that just was on the screen, that hugged the face.
Yes.
You're saying that is an egg?
That is a hatched egg.
Yes.
One of the 3 that was remaining from the space.
That's how they look like before they get into a human body.
Correct.
That's once they once they throat you, you know what I'm saying? Like what after they throat you and put you, I got it. That's what they do. That's what they do. They throat you. They send it to your and then it busts out of you. It busts out. It just busts out. So you get throated and then you bust out.
Sir. My good sir, my good sir, my fine good sir.
I can't co-sign with this.
So after the egg busts a nut in your chest.
Okay, so help me. So
For all our new viewers, we're not like this every Saturday. We usually have we have decorum.
Do we? Oh, but so you telling me that each and every last one of these things right here is an egg?
Yes.
Yes, those are the things that come up out of the eggs. They come out of the eggs. Around all over the place to try to find somebody, and then on your shit.
Yeah, right. You're saying that put in your throat. I'm just saying, it's the truth. It's like I know it sounds crazy, but that's what they do. Like they send the egg through down your throat into your body, and then it gestates inside of you, and then
you just take so much pleasure in saying it and reporting on it. Like,
listen,
we all understood, but you just had to throw the throat.
When you're always saying full throated, and the difference between me saying throat. Like, why is it so different when I say throat?
That like you get this system.
Oh, you say it all the time.
Okay. Do you want to voice anything else from your throat ties as you want to talk so much? All right. So I guess I wasn't understanding that. So each of these beings you are counting as an egg. I wasn't doing that. I thought that these beings could lay however many eggs they want and however many throats they want.
You need a queen. You need a queen.
According to Ant, there's only one kind that is able to lay 2 eggs.
Correct.
Without dying, and that's the ones that contain the queen embryo.
Correct.
So as far as what we've known, each time those have laid their eggs, they're dead.
Correct.
That we haven't seen them again moving around to go to nobody else. So that's why I said right now there are 2 out and 2 in. Mm-hmm. I don't know what is in those other 2 eggs. Potentially there could be a queen embryo in there. Who knows? But right now, that's what we got.
Wait, where'd the second one go? I know we got the one in Arthur. Who was
with them at the end?
It's the one that's with Wendy. That's the first one.
Oh, bet. Got it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm back.
And they kind of teamed up. You kind of seen them together at the end, kind of Batman and Robin style. Right.
I'm with it. I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So that see my understanding, and this is where I went wrong. I thought that I had forgotten that the first alien that we had, xenomorph was killed by Wendy, and I was including the first xenomorph in the count, and so I miss. Okay, so all right. So there's that.
The short version of how that one came to be is one of the people on the spaceship coming back from wherever the fuck they came from. Short version is leaned over, got caught. No, was it that he leaned over and it jumped up in his face? Whatever. One of the mechanics guys had or the ship captain, he got caught with it on the ship. They were trying to figure out how to get it off of his face. They realized every time they did the thing in the movie. They're trying to take it off. It's trying to choke him even more. They were in the lab. The Morrow tells them to shut the fucking lab down because shit's going fucking sideways. In the middle of all of this chaos, and then he does the chest burster thing, and that was the first alien that was on the spaceship that crash landed on Earth. That was the first big xenomorph, but they still had those other 4 eggs on the ship, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. I think I'm a little bit more. Thank you. This is why we exist. The more you know. All right. Anybody else that was lost in the timeline. What is you guys' opinion or predictions for our good friend Mr. Eyeball, who is out here taking everybody eye and now has a new toy in Old Boy? What I remember made the bold statement that I think that this might be a good guy. I still am holding some of that. I'm still holding some of that. I am. I'm still holding.
Good for who?
Now, a good guy doesn't mean a hero. I don't think he's out to save the world, but I don't know if he's necessarily on the same length of the xenomorphs and the plant monster that just want to eat you, I feel that there's something more to this being. That's all I'm saying. And it may not all be malevolent. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to go back to your Jurassic Park reference. One's a T-Rex, one's a raptor.
Okay. But we were able to train a raptor, were we not?
There you go. All right. There we go. There you go. That doesn't mean that don't mean one of them is a hero.
Right.
They still will eat you if you give them the opportunity.
Okay.
And what we're realizing more importantly, I think that kind of gets, I guess, lost in a little bit of the action is every one of these alien creatures is extremely and highly intelligent. Like when you think about how the xenomorph moves around and hides and waits and stalks, there's a level of intelligence there. But this one eyeball has watched, learned, is basically seeing how humans function.
Yeah.
It's seeing what it can and can't do. It's testing waters. That is, I think, is going to be the most formidable species of alien that they'll ever find, because once it blends in, listen, this is important, because this is basically Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, if you think about what that is, like, it literally is taking over a body and becoming that. So I think that if this thing is able to immerse itself in the public and start to make more and more and more, then we're talking about government control and take over the world type aspects.
But I think one question that needs to be answered, does it need to have a female version of it, or is it asexual? Do you need a female version
to reproduce for that's a good question. That's a good question. We don't know. I do want to point this out. I want to add to Ty's comment about this one being hella intelligent. This alien species has observed to the point where it speaks English. Did y'all peep that?
He understands English. He understands.
Oh, excuse me. Understands English. I should have said speak. It doesn't have a mouth. It's an eye.
But he had a whole conversation with Boy Genius. He was sitting
literally
there like, "Oh, yeah, I know pi. I know math. 3.14."
He was giving the numbers to pi, bro. Do you get like 22/7 pi? 3.14529. Blah 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 blah. He was giving, and I was sitting there in my mind. I was like, yo, that's pi. But anybody knows 22 divided by 7. We give you the pi.
And that's new math. It knew advanced math. Like that in and of itself says a lot, right? Like none of the xenomorphs are sitting here expressing math. They're mostly instinct reacting animals. But this one is observing, like you guys said. He's cerebral. He's picking his targets. He's having conversations with people. Like this one is going to be dangerous.
He's shitting on the industry. Remember, he was like,
yeah, it was like, yeah, tell me the next one. He's like, fuck you. Like, I ain't your fucking monkey. The fuck?
Yo, and the fact that the beginning, Mr. Peter Pan Boy Genius, what did he say he wanted? All he wanted was to have a conversation with somebody smarter than him or as smart. Well, he finally got it. It was with a goat with the eyeball from an alien species. That was how he got his conversation. And remember, it drove him to the point where he was like, man, I really want to know what you're saying. Let me go ahead and feed you to somebody right quick. Come on.
But and look, he's also mentally off, right? He's got ADHD. He follows the next shiny thing. He doesn't really know how to really make decision making well when he gets overexcited. Like even his robot was telling him, like, yo, you need to calm the fuck down. You know, we got synths that we're trying to release to the public. We're about to become trillionaires on another level. And you got us on this fucking side quest with these aliens because you want something to talk to?
Right. Yeah. You literally told them your emotions.
look, dude told us a whole story about how he killed his father, man. Like that's the part. Like you realize that there's a level of psychosis that goes along with this dude too. Like he's like you can almost see it on like season 2 at some point. The eyeball taking over the boy genius. Like you can almost see it lined up, because one of the things that he said was, I want to put you in somebody, but I don't want to put you in somebody who's too smart. I want you to put you in somebody who's weak. Well, guess what? Arthur's smart as fuck. Arthur is also the same dude that was running the programming and all of that kind of stuff for these for Wookiee and all of them, for the Synths. So he's extremely intelligent. He's a scientist, extremely intelligent. But imagine this eyeball getting into the boy genius's head, and that's what I feel like is all lined up for next season. Is like, once that happens, woe is us. You know what I mean? Like, because now you got access to trillions of dollars and millions or billions or whatever he said he's got, and access to resources now to move whatever plan you have into play. And that's the biggest part that you got to worry about. Like,
what happens if that eyeball gets to Yutani?
What do you mean?
Her?
If he is able to get close enough to get to, all right, hear me out. So I have a feeling that eyeball, it would be super interesting if the eyeball is able to get into the chick that owns Yutani, because then it explains why with all of these movies, why there is an obsession to bring more of those aliens, the xenomorphs, or go to a planet to get more xenomorphs to bring it back to this planet. I think that would be really interesting. It'd be really interesting for the lore, because otherwise, this doesn't quite make much sense, because if she's able to get all of these army people together in order to take back the samples that she spent all this fucking money on in order to bring back to Earth, she should have them. This should be the end of the story. She should be able to replicate. She should be able to do XYZ. She's got eggs. She's got 2 other species that she can fuck around with once she takes over, whatever the fuck his name is, Kid Leroy, Kid Prodigy, whatever the fuck his name is, takes over his shit. The story should be over, but it's not. We keep going back. We keep looking for Ripley. We keep looking for ways to advance this species beyond whatever it is currently. It doesn't make sense. So I am curious to see if this eyeball actually makes its way into that woman to continue the story.
I got a question too in regards to that you just made. Where are we timeline wise? Because we know this has to be post. This has to be post. Sigourney Weaver. It's got to be post.
It's 2 years before. It's 2 years before she's even involved in any of this.
And the reason I'm asking that, right, is because in the Sigourney Weaver movies, we know that we have synthetics, right?
Yes.
By that point, we have a synthetic.
And androids.
Yes.
And androids.
Oh, sorry, they are the same.
Well, yeah, they are the same. They are the same.
Yeah.
But my point is, we didn't have anything similar to Wendy and what they are, like where you take the consciousness of a human being and put those in it. We never had those before. Like, this is the first of their kind. So
it's almost as if they were wiped out and they don't exist anymore.
Well, maybe that's what happened.
And I see you cooking. So I guess we have the timeline here. Let me see if I can get this up. So this is the I guess this is chronological order.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Alien Earth is
right after Alien Covenant.
Right 2 years before Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
And then 16 years after the Covenant, and looks like damn near 40 years. No, excuse me, about 27 years before. Excuse me, after Prometheus. I don't think I don't think I've watched Resurrection all the way through. I may have to go back and check that one out. Is that
That's
new?
like when they cloned Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, that's the fourth. Yeah, that was.
It was like it was a weird one. People
Yeah.
didn't
Okay,
really.
yeah, I don't remember that one too tough.
It-
But yeah, okay. Does this help you, Ty?
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, it like.
I wanted to know where it was in the timeline.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to know what the timeline was, and it makes, I guess, it makes sense. Like based off what Kira said, yeah, they must have annihilated Wendy and her siblings.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's the. I mean, because let's think about this. Wendy, the siblings are an experiment, right? And Boy Genius is the head of that experiment. So if Boy Genius ceases to exist, then there are no more of these, I would assume, right? So as far as we know, the Lost Boys, as they call them, are the only ones like these that exist. But if they don't get killed, they don't die.
But that, yeah, they don't. They're not humans, so they run off batteries and everything
They
like
also
that.
can't reproduce.
They can't.
So my point is, they could exist in all of these iterations, but just not relevant to the story. They could be alive for an infinite number of years. But good questions. What make you of the new Shmi? All right, Shmi went dark. All right. By the way, keep in mind he's gonna be hollering at us next week. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you all stay tuned in because you boys gonna have a couple questions next week. We will get as much info out of him as we possibly can about the show and about his music. He sings. He's pretty cool. So we'll talk to you more about it. But Shmi kind of went dark, did he not? Shmi kind of did he? Am I tripping? He was like he turned.
Yeah. He doesn't want to die. None of them want to die. That was the whole point of their conversation at the beginning of the show. It's like, can we die? They do have a fear of dying. They just don't know what it is that can kill them. So they have now seen their limits. They can see that their memories can also be fucked with. It's not like they have a little bit of immortality, but with like an asterisk on it. I don't think, like I know he was annoying to some people. I like somebody that likes to hold on to hope, that wants to, they're still kids. He was still a kid. We don't even know how long they've been in these bodies. Wendy's the one that we know that's been in her body the longest. I don't know how long the rest of them have been in there. So to say they're annoying is give them a little bit of grace because they're still kids.
Yeah.
And they grew up real fucking fast by the end of this series.
I gotta disagree with you wholeheartedly, Fernando. I thought that Shmi was endearing.
Yeah.
I thought that he was one of the most essential to making sure that we were reminded that they were children. You know what I mean? And I thought that he portrayed that pretty. And I'm not just saying that because we're going to interview him. I mean, we said this before we locked down the interview. So I gotta take. I'm not. Your opinion is yours. Obviously, we all have them. We all have assholes too, I assume. But yeah, this one is one I disagree with.
You're a hybrid.
The annoying one was Anand or Anush. What's his name? Fuck.
Anush.
He wasn't annoying. He
was a little annoying, a tiny bit, but you understand why. He was put a lot of pressure under him and all that.
His mom, others, and like that's a lot for a kid to process. But
here's the part I don't understand. Like, I mean, well, never mind. I just answered my own question. I was gonna be like, yo, he could have got what he wanted without having to trick everybody. Like, but anyway, that's all.
And that was like, listen, I love the fact that when it comes to Shmi specifically, he was locked into the character of a child. Like he literally, 100%. If there was anybody on that entire team that made you visually understand that this is a child like mine, it was him. He stayed in character all the way up until the point where Wendy says we're in adult bodies, but they don't want us to be grown-ups. They don't want us to be grown-ups. But look, we're taking over. We're not doing this no more. We're not listening to them. The boy genius is a liar. Everything this is what. And even in that moment, Smee is still the one person that is like, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Nibs is full on like, yeah, kill them all. Nibs is that one. Nibs is like, rip his face off. Nibs is full on ready to kill shit. Curly is like, all right, Wendy, all right, I trust you. All right, I'll do it. Slightly's like, nigga, you threaten my mama, you threaten my brothers. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So everyone who doesn't have any skin in the game, basically, is what I'm saying. It is Smee. Smee is just going with them because I'm with y'all. We're all family. We're all like, yo, friend, like big grown up hug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm giving you an adult hug.
Yeah, like Smee, even like there was a scene. I don't know if you guys paid attention to it, but even before they went out to go do what they was about to do, Smee hugged the shit out of Wendy, and Wendy looked at him like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, she wasn't ready for that black hug. Like she was like, oh.
It remind me. I'll never forget in a complete random reference, but something about Mary. Was it something about? No, it wasn't something about Mary. It was Meet the Parents. when he first met the mom, and he shook Robert De Niro's hand, and then he went to hug the mom. He's like, hey, oh. He went in for the hug, and she was like, oh, all right. Anyway, it's completely random. All right, sorry. But yeah, man. Well, a few more things, and we don't have to stop talking about Alien Earth. We can talk about it even more next week. We can't do it all day today because we have other things to do. Unless you all have anything else, but I did want to talk about all the things that and I think we've discussed a good chunk of it. I can't see them not renewing it for another season. This show has gotten a lot of clout. And let me tell you, I know when a show is good when it goes outside of our blurred bubble. When my wife is like, "Have you heard of something called?" and it doesn't have Aaron Pierre in it, then I'm like, "Wow, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's reached Lipstick Alley. Holy shit! Like it must be fairly decent." So yeah. But real quick, man, just another shameless plug for our dude who's going to be joining us, Jonathan. Ajayi. I'm gonna make sure I go and get the phonetics right before I bring him on and sound like a complete dumbass introducing him. I'm just gonna be like, yo, what up, Johnny? What up, homie? What up, Johnny? Boy, what's good, fam? One thing I want to show y'all real quick before we move on to Peacemaker is that not only are we gonna talk to Jonathan about his dance moves that you saw, about his acting, but believe it or not, the boy's got some other hidden talents.
The hands of mine, making time. Open eyes of mine, seeking open heart, keep holding on, holding on.
Yep.
Hey.
So yeah, man, the Bulls got talent. So we want to go ahead and make sure we are aware and that we spread love for the homie Jonathan Ajayi, whose name we will know how to pronounce by next week, I assure you. Now, on to a couple other things real quick. This is normally the time we do a commercial break, but we'll go ahead and skip past that since this week we're running out of time. There was another episode of Peacemaker that did come this week, And I'm gonna go ahead and take this down, and we'll see how many of us liked it, how many of us didn't, how many of us may have not felt either way whatsoever. So I will take this down in 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, everybody's all thumbs up today. Okay. All right. Damn, Anthony. Now Anthony has come full 180. All right, he's gone from James Gunn hater to getting a James Gunn tattoo in a place that we won't discuss. Not just kidding. I'll just make sure. But
we got to
convert my foot.
My foot. Yo, so Ed, I'm really eager to hear what you think about this episode, man, because I know you came into the Peacemaker thing, I think, a little later than the rest of us. So, man, what's on your mind, fam?
So I have a very different lens on this because I'm one of those folks who've been very much interested in understanding where James Gunn stood when it came to like racial equality, Black Lives Matter, or just Black History Month. Like ever since he became the president or co-president of DCU, I've been stalking this man's social media every February to just see, hey, does he say Happy Black History Month? He'll do Women's History Month. He'll do other history months. He doesn't say anything about Black History Month. He doesn't have to. He's not invested in it. I was just curious if he ever did. But because of that, he's always seemed ambiguous to me. But now with what we're seeing in Peacemaker, he's kind of saying a lot in his own way. There's a lot of meta commentary. He's saying straight up, I don't really fuck with racists. I don't really fuck with people who try to mask what they're doing, their racism, behind other things. And I'm going to make this a big talking point in both seasons of the show. Season 1, it kind of was like, oh, you don't like racism. Season 2, straight up, we in Nazi Earth. This is not good. One of my most beloved characters is in danger, right? Adebayo ended this episode running for her life because of what some bigots were thinking when they saw her. And that whole scene was hilarious, but it also was terrifying, right? Like, I can't wait to see not only what happens next, but I'm waiting to see what James Gunn writes for Chris when he has to confront Adebayo about wanting to stay in this world. Because they've already been having friction all season, and now they're gonna have a talking to about this. So I'm looking forward to see what words he put on paper for Chris to say, because I don't know what y'all think. I honestly feel like Chris is an avatar for James Gunn, right? He's dating his wife. He's living through this character. Like, oh, I've had racist people all around me. I never knew it. Now that I know it, I think it's bad. I feel like Peacemaker is James Gunn.
Whoa.
I mean, you write what you know. You write what you know.
Fire take, my friend.
Yeah.
Whoa. So this whole
also,
thing is an allegory. Go ahead. Sorry, please.
I was going to say, just thinking back to your brother's interview, how comfortable, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, Adebayo was in talking about how she was the,
yes,
very aware that she was the only Black person on the cast.
Yeah, looking at it different now. Yeah.
Your girl is definitely. Woo! I think she was being very subdued about this season, if that's the case. And the fact that she felt comfortable says a lot about the kind of energy James had on the show this season. I hope it continues. I hope this isn't a flash in the pan. We're just going to give you a ooh type of thing. But the fact that he leans so heavy into the foreign policies in the fictional world of Superman in that movie, I would be shocked if he does not continue to be like, no, here it is in your face. I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying. I mean, I meant what I said. Y'all motherfuckers ain't slick. Here it is in your face. If he does that with this, the next, if he does this all the way through to the finale, I'm putting pressure. I might have to consider writing an invitation to a cookout. I have refused. I have refused to do. I said think. I ain't say he got it. I didn't say he gonna get it, but it would make it would give me pause. It would give me great pause to be like, okay, I'm looking. I like what I'm seeing. It's appreciated. I'll write a thank you card. I'm not sure about but I'm.
I'll invite him to church.
We can bring it to a vote.
I'll bring it.
We got to talk to the council. We got to talk to the council.
Yeah, we got to bring the black delegation. We got to have a whole meeting on it. But I think that to Ant's point, and to yours as well, Kira, he is illustrating subliminally and in an encrypted way his worldview, right? You have to kind of figure it out through the lines, but you can kind of see his worldview. And the way that he has done it in this particular instance, I didn't really think about that until Ant brought it to my attention. It's gotten even better now that Ant described it to me in this way. This hasn't been just looked at as, oh, here's a better life over here on this side of the wall. It's perfect. Everything is perfect. My brother, my father. Why is it that everything's perfect? Because there's no black people that have to be dealing with over here. There's no people of color in this universe. And now the Peacemaker that had to wrestle with whether or not he was racist in season 1 now has to quarrel with whether or not he's racist because he wants to live in a world where there are no black people, or where black people aren't safe, or if I do decide to live here, I have to do so without any of the people of color in the life that I had previously.
I don't think it's that. I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I don't think it's that. Chris is so oblivious to the fact that there are no black people around. All of those things that you pointed out don't even enter his head. It's the thought that you don't even have to consider any of the factors of what it means to be around black people, what the history behind being around us means. He doesn't even have to think about that. It's not that he is considered thinking about not being racist. It's not even a thought in his head. It's gone. There's no pressure to do anything but be self-absorbed, to just feel good. It's not even about race in his head at that point. It's not even a side thought for him. It's just the fact that it's all about him. He doesn't have to worry about being sad. Race isn't even a factor in his head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in too many times.
No.
But to kind of clarify, the specific instance that I'm thinking of is the moment that Ant described when Peacemaker has to try to justify to Adebayo why it's better to stay in this universe, to stay in this dimension. And he'll sit here and because it hasn't happened yet. You're right. He's oblivious. All he sees is that he's getting love from his pops. His brother's still alive. The girl he has a huge crush on or is in love with is finally reciprocating. That's all he sees. And also that the people respect him and so on and so forth. But when he does have to realize the same way he had to realize, oh shit, my dad was racist. When he does realize it, he now can't just run from it. You know, he has to be like, okay, do I want to live in a world where everything is perfect, but black people aren't allowed? And what does that say about me? You
has he asked that question yet?
No, but it's coming, right?
No, it's not.
No,
I think it's coming. I think it's coming mainly because. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the reason I believe it's not coming is because an economist has a big ass mouth. So so whatever thought process you had before where you thought you could stay here, you can't stay here anymore. Economist just told your father that you killed his real son and that you're from another place that you're not his real son. So whatever thought that you thought you could stay in this perfect place, that dream is over. Thank you, economist. Okay. Also, when he realized that the Nazi swastika was on the American flag, his response was, "Oh shit! Yeah, like this is not a dude that like to your point, Kiera. you basically said, Kira, you basically said, you know, he realizes that he's gonna have to make a decision. And I think in that moment when he saw that swastika, that influenced his decision. But before that, he was self-absorbed. He didn't notice that there were no people of color, even though Harcourt noticed it like 5 minutes after she got into the world and was out and about.
Immediately.
She made it look like, what the fuck? She was looking like.
There's something to unpack about that too, because white feminism is completely different from people of color's idea of feminism. It is very much still about the self. It is very much still about maintaining your superiority within your people and not bringing all women everywhere up with you.
Yeah. There's a Karen aspect of
for Harcourt, who is this toxic narcissist, closed off, very emotional, devoid of emotion, allegedly, whatever, that's bullshit. That's a lot to unpack. I want to delve a little bit more into that shit too. Ooh. Anyway, sorry, Ant was gonna say something much more eloquent than I was. So I love.
I just got a question. You know I'm good for questions.
Please.
Where are all the black people at? Because when Adebayo got seen, they said one of them got out. So
where are we at?
So think about this for a second, because they're going to catch her. They're going to catch her, and Chris is going to have to try to get her out. That's going to be a conversation. What the fuck are you doing in this planet where they keeping us in cages, Chris? Why the fuck you ain't noticed this, Chris? I thought I was your fucking best friend. You ain't look for me in this world, Chris? No,
there's that conversation. Yeah. But
in his defense, he ain't look for nobody but Harcourt.
That's a problem.
That is a problem. I'm not
in and of itself, right? Like he's got like what's his name went immediately looking for his alternate self, and he found out that his alternate self hates Peacemaker, and I'm like, oh shit, his alternate self hates Nazis. So what is the main one like?
This
is a lot of stuff we're unpacking here. Right. That's his opposite, and the opposite hates Nazis. What is the main one like? What's he? Is he just going?
Oh, I'll tell you what the main one likes. The main one likes the dude whose father is a racist. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to live in a world with all white people? Like there's a lot to unpack. It's not all cut and dry or black and white, if you will. I love that about this, man. But this is the complexity. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and have a James Gunn celebration party, but this is the complexity of James Gunn and his products, man. Like, I mean. Again, I circle back, and I've already mentioned this many times. It's that same thing in his head that says, let me insert this little girl, this little portion of this movie where I put a selfie-taking blonde chick who's supposed to be some meaningless chick who ends up saving it. Like, these little details that you pick up on, Ant, because you're so observant. Like, these things are making up the complexity of this movie. Like, remember, this shit started off with an orgy fest. You know what I'm saying? And most people just saw it as just a bunch of glue. But it was if you listen to the podcast, he's like, look, I'm trying to show the extreme measures of which he's trying to go through to forget about the fact that he just killed his father, who he just also learned was racist his whole life. How do you know how to handle things like that? If for Peacemaker, this dumb fuck, he handles it through drugs and orgies. You know what I'm saying?
Was James Gunn's dad a racist?
Huh?
Never mind.
What? Did James Gunn say that?
You got deeper questions than you might want to be asking right now. So I don't know.
Do a little bit of research. Yeah, we want to do a little research, find out what's going on.
I just threw out way too much information because I keep thinking, like, man, James Gunn is living through Peacemaker. Peacemaker is James Gunn. Peacemaker's looking at his friends and he's like, oh man, some of y'all are a little racist, but we can still hang out. What kind of life did James Gunn? How did he?
I also think, you know what? I also think, in addition to that, to your thoughts, I think, and I watch the podcast every now and then to get it after, and he to his credit, he's there. Like, I think that Peacemaker is, I feel like it's his baby of all babies. Superman is like his coming out party, but Peacemaker brought him to Superman. You know what I'm saying? But he talks about how he doesn't have a fake like the dude that plays Economist is like one of his real life in real life friends. And sometimes when Economist talks, it feels very authentic. am I tripping? Like, I'm like, he speaks in a very refreshing voice that cuts through a lot of the bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I think that that's James Gunn's avatar as well. Like in this series. But yeah, we're definitely learning a lot about him. We also learned a lot about the vigilante. Your vigilante, as you already noted, the dude just learned he went to go visit himself, right? He goes to visit himself and he finds himself, but he didn't just find himself, he found himself. And I honestly thought that this shit was hilarious when he looks and goes down the list of things that they had in common. And the one thing they didn't was Peacemaker. And like you said, Peacemaker in this universe is a Nazi. You know what I'm saying? And now that might be how they get around it. It's like, well, yeah, in my universe, we're not a land of Nazis. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like that. But I wonder how they end up getting through this. But this shit is hilarious. The concept, like, when I saw this, I was like, I see James Gunn pitching this idea to somebody. I'm like, dude, you're gonna love this part. In the second season, we're gonna have you find yourself, and you're gonna love everything about yourself. You're gonna have the same voice, the same face, the same basement. Everything's the exact same. The only thing's different is that you hate Peacemaker in this universe. And I can see, oh shit, that's cool as hell. Like that's good.
I can see Adrian killing his version of himself in this place.
Oh my God.
Because he loves, it's not just friendship. Like, Adrian has an obsession with Peacemaker. Like, it's weird. It's very much obsessed with him. And when you could even see his reaction, he was like, you hate him? His son's a liberty. You know what I mean? And let's not forget, Adrian is a serial killer. You sometimes forget that because he's always talking some stupid shit. He's always making something. But this dude kills people for fun, for just clear shits and giggles. Like, this dude has a whole bunker with millions of dollars and all the drugs in the world, and he won't touch any of it because he's got it from criminals. Yo, and that scene where they was like, huh? And then he turns away and everybody starts stuffing their fucking pants with the money. It's like, yo, you just told me you were broke. I had to buy you lunch the other day. He worked at the grocery store. Yo, that was top tier for me. I was like, Adrian has always been this like real weird, like, you know what I'm saying, kooky dude, like this always, but this dude is a full-fledged killer with the skills to kill. Like this. So I'm interested to see what happens between him and his doppelganger, and because I feel like it's gonna be a showdown, and it's only one person's walking away, and it's just gonna be it like where the places we have to go with these last, I think it's 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
These last 2 episodes, it's so much because, like I said, who has to let the brother know? Who now we got to kill this dude. Chris doesn't even, Peacemaker doesn't even know yet that Economist has dropped the ball and basically let his dad know. Like, there's a lot. I find myself coming out of these seasons feeling more and more sorry for Peacemaker because he just can't catch a break. Like, the dude just can't catch a break. To have to kill your father twice and now this season we're gonna add a little bit of thing to it. You gonna kill your brother too. So
Wow.
Again.
This is so traumatic. This is
Oh,
like
wait.
traumatic.
And doesn't the brother have kids now too?
Kids.
Doesn't the brother have kids?
There's no. We haven't seen any kids.
Who had?
There was a mention of something, wasn't there? Like a mention. I feel like you might. I think you might be on something there.
I thought he mentioned the ex, but I didn't know that he had it.
Yeah, the ex with the child, right?
Oh,
I sworn he had kids and
he might be on
had
something,
a family and stuff this season.
Somebody fact check us on that. I can't remember 100%. But yeah, this season is uncovering a lot. Last episode was all about Eagly. This one is all about Adebayo, in my opinion. And the other thing we haven't talked about is Harcourt. And who is she really? What's up? What happened?
He got a family. Yeah.
To conclusions. I'm of the belief that Ty's theory may not come to fruition. I don't know if Peacemaker's going to have to kill his other now. He might do it in self-defense because they're going to kill him once they learn he's not their real son. But I don't know. There's a small part of me that says I'm looking at plug and play with regard to these figures in this multiverse, as they call it, which they got to clean that up because that's already being used by another entity. But in this other dimension, multiverse. Yeah, it's just like they don't call it.
So
you can't call it a multiverse.
Hold on a second. Hold on, time out. You're going to say that Marvel holds the multiverse has been used before Marvel, by the way. FYI. Yes. Multiverse has been used way before Marvel. Just FYI. Put that up.
Listen.
And Marvel likes to use timelines. They be like sacred timeline, this timeline, that timeline.
Listen, I'm just saying. DC always has a way. They don't have Shield, they have Argus. All right, they don't have the Avengers, they have the Justice League. They always have a way of doing things different, even though they're the same. And this is an exception in this case. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
you've been saying dimensions. They've been saying dimensions.
Okay, all right. I think so. Dimensions is probably where they're gonna, interdimensional portal. So, but the thing is, you can already see a scenario where Rick Flag becomes Rick Flag in this other universe and joins Rick Flag Jr. And now we have Rick Flag back. You can see a scenario.
Flag Jr. back.
Who?
Rick Flag Jr. You're saying Rick
Flag Jr.
is going to come back?
Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that scenario because you can see a scenario where the brother he comes to the other universe because he doesn't he was just following his dad. It's just the way it is over here type thing. You kill, I'm convinced. I don't know what's going on. Why did he try to kill you? I did. You can see them explaining these things away. I just don't know if it's going to end up like that. But some things we haven't discussed again is Harcourt. And now this ain't a deep conversation, but where is she? Like I'm trying to understand where she is mentally. Like why is she's now at the end of this episode? She's like, oh, let's go save Chris. But before that, she really couldn't give a shit about Chris. She sent Argus to Chris.
That's not.
Baby, you ain't never told somebody you. Because
I'm not buying this act. I don't understand what's going on with her.
What?
I don't get it.
She doesn't want to be emotionally available to this man because A, she doesn't want to be emotionally available, but B, he has proven time and time again this nigga's fucking he on some shit. I'm not trying to be with you like that. You want me to be emotionally available to somebody that decided to kill my former lover, partner, whatever you want to call him, somebody that doesn't have any sense of, he's got some very gray fucking morals in this entire situation, and also he's kind of a fuck up. I'm really not trying to give anything to you. I like you. I think you are trying to be a good person. However, nigga,
right?
I don't know if I'm me. You want me to jump over it for you? I need more. I'm not giving you the rawest emotion out of me, bruh. Relax. Sit down.
She fucked him. She
Yeah.
gave her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like this. You know, and so I mean, you can't you gonna do that and then turn around and then tell the law where he is? Like, what was the point of that?
Bro, stop it. You being willfully ignoring the fact that she gave him the code word to not show the fuck
why
up.
agree to do it in the first place? Why
Let's
even
not
agree to
forget-
do it?
You make
Chris
me
is
mad.
not that smart. Chris is
You
not
making me
that
mad.
smart.
You making me mad.
Come on, somebody at the top some sense into me.
Chris is
Hey,
not that
yeah.
smart, and he didn't even realize that he was living in a Nazi Earth. Is this somebody that you think is of mind enough? Like, Hardcore is of mind. Like, she knows that she's damaged, but she's at least aware enough that she's
Self-aware.
damaged not to put herself in a relationship. So, I mean, like, Chris is not. Like, he means well, but he's a goofball.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not taking you seriously, nigga. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I got a different take on that.
What you got, Ty?
I don't. First of all, I don't think that Chris is the goofball that y'all are making him out to be. I think that you have to understand where he's at mentally, just like you have to understand where Hardcore is mentally. Like, Chris is still reeling from just killing his dad, and that is an impactful thing to have to deal with. Obviously, I've never killed my dad, but I'm just saying, I would assume that would be something that would be very hard to deal with, knowing the circumstances. The whole obliviousness of being in a world of just white people is because he was so elated to be connected back with his father, his brother, and Harcourt. To Kira's point, that is self-absorbed. He is right now concerned about healing. Nothing else around him exists, like, except for those three people. So that I can understand why he was oblivious to the fact that there were no people of color, because he wasn't thinking about that. That wasn't on his mind. Harcourt is a soldier. She's known to survey her surroundings, because she was basically in that moment in that truck when she decided to get in the truck and go. She was doing reconnaissance or whatever. That's a reconnaissance.
Recon, yeah.
Recon. So that's why she was aware of what she was, because she was looking to see what was going on. Harcourt does have affection for Chris. It's just that the same thing I just said about Chris also exists for Harcourt. Harcourt was driven by her career. Her career was snatched from her. When it was snatched from her, it was such a traumatic experience that she doesn't know how to function in the real world, because only thing she's knows how to do is be a soldier. So all she's been doing is dealing with that, all in the midst of Chris dealing with the fact that they had a moment, trying to find safety in the one person who makes him feel good. And that's why when they have the interactions, it seems as though Harcourt isn't interested, because Harcourt is still focused on trying to get her life back.
Right.
So when she came over there and had the conversation with Chris, it was her emotions being overwhelmed by her emotions, but also realizing that she's not in a place to love someone, because I'm still dealing with the traumas that I'm dealing with. She explained that to him, and he was like, let's talk about it right now. And she's like, look, I can't, I'm not worthy. I'm not like, I don't want to. And she broke down. That's the first time you really saw Harcourt break down. So yes, she has feelings for Chris, which is why she threw herself into the line of fire from that gunshot that could have just ended him. She fully ran full speed, tackled him, knocked him out. Everybody's like, how'd she do that? She's not supposed to be able to do that. Well, she did it because she knew that there was no other option. So I don't agree with y'all about this Chris being dumb. Everything that I've seen from him in this season has been him coming to the realization that, yes, I was oblivious at one point in time. Yes, I need to be more conscious of people's feelings and emotions. Yes, I need to do, but also I'm still reeling from the trauma. So I think he's a very intelligent dude, because he's able to deduce these things. I think he's able to deduce these things when it comes to Harcourt. He read her like a book. He knew what was going on. He said, I knew it. I knew it. That was his response. I knew it. That's not something you get from an uneducated dude. You got to understand that he's still trying. And that's why I said each season, each episode, I feel worse for this guy because I know that he is trauma ridden. He is dealing with so much trauma. Every time you think he's about to come out that tunnel of darkness, it just another tunnel of darkness appears, and he just got to walk through that too. So that's why I'm like, damn, like imagine that. Like every time you think you're about to heal, something worse happens, and now something more traumatic. Now I got to deal with that. That's his claim to fame at this point. But I don't think he's dumb at all.
I don't know if I could give him that pass. I don't know if I could give him that pass about I'm not going to discount it. He does have trauma he's dealing with about killing his brother, killing his dad, all that. But I don't know if I could give him that pass this season because in season 1, he had that same ignorance about his father. He was like, oh, my dad racist? What are you talking about? Oh, all right. And I guess maybe a little. I don't know if you really call that racist. He had that willful ignorance from his dad before he killed him. Right. And he really only killed his dad when it got really extreme, like when it really had a point where he didn't have any other choice but to choose between his dad and his friends. And even then he was reluctant to do it. So, I mean, like, I hear you when he's like, yeah, he's going through all the parental trauma. He's got the issues with his dad. But I don't think that this is new. I think he's been behaving like this for a while. Go ahead, put it back on screen. Put her back on.
Hey, what are you, baby girl? How are you? Did you win? Wait, did you win? Did she win? Wait, did you win? Wait, did you win?
Did I win?
Yes.
We rooting for you.
Take the headphones off.
You know what? No. You got a good workout. You got a good workout. Did you get a good workout?
I certainly did. Yes.
Good. There it is. That's a win. That's a win.
I just served though.
My serve actually did good. I started to float slow.
And she got 2 kills.
You got 2 kills? Did you hit
2
all?
kills out of 4 games.
That's a win. What you talking about? What you doing?
Okay, I'm up. Bye. Oh, keep the backpack.
Oh wait!
That is good right there. Look at that. Raising the blurred.
But and you made a lot of good points. But the point that I'm making is we understand how trauma works, and like when you've gone through a traumatic experience, you isolate yourself, and you become oblivious to the world around you. And that's what I'm saying. He has been dealing with trauma after trauma after trauma. And this is his call to fame this is claim to fame at this point, is a traumatic driven superhero. And he's basically, what I'm saying is that we want him to be aware of something where he found safety in something. That's why he left. He was looking to find a safe space where he couldn't find it. His safe space was Harcourt. That was the person who he felt so.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying this to say, when we first pulled up in that place, I did not notice that there wasn't any black people because I wasn't looking to notice that there wasn't any black people. I was just looking at the scenes that were going on, which was the personal scenes with him and Harcourt, the personal scenes with him and his father and his brother, all of those type of things. So it's the same lens that we're looking through as a viewer, is the same lens that he's looking through as a person. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. You don't have to be dumb to be somebody who doesn't know how to handle trauma. That's a whole different thing. He's not stupid. I don't think he's dumb or stupid in any way, shape, or form.
He has his areas of expertise. That is what I will say, instead of him being. I don't think he's stupid. Ultimately, I do not think he's stupid. He would not be fucking alive this long. What's her face? Adebayo's mother. Why can't I ever remember this woman's name?
Amanda Waller.
She would not have put this fool on that mission if he was a complete fuck up. But I think he's he's emotionally unintelligent. I think he also lacks tact. That is what I will say. I don't know about this boy. A relationship? Nigga, a relationship with you? You out your fucking mind. You out your mind. Also, I wanted to point out, I think that this is also a metaphor for him potentially unaliving himself and trying to seek happiness and joy in a place that he perceives is heaven. That's all. Yeah.
I would like to, real quick, to Ty's point, he's arguing his intelligence, but I don't think intelligence and talent are necessarily equivalent. You know, this statement probably can get me in a lot of trouble, but I'm gonna say it out loud anyway. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, do you attribute the intelligence to the soldier or to the one that commands the soldier? Right? Like oftentimes, those on the ground are being led by the ones that are intelligent enough to get those on the ground in the first place. So I think that he's just a soldier. I don't know if he has any intellect. Like literally any. I don't have any faith in giving a Peacemaker any kind of test of intellect. Now, an arm wrestling contest, maybe a Royal Rumble of sorts, give him a gun, shoot some folks. Yeah, he's talented, but I don't know about smart. And I think that he's kind of shown how unsmart he can be. I mean, the dude he's got
he memorized how to move
that multi-dimensional door in his house that he doesn't even fuck with because he's like, well, yeah, it's just like my dad is just there all the time, you know, whatever. Like, dude.
My thing is that if he's looking for a safe space, why does he find a safe space on Nazi Earth and just be all right?
Again, you keep like we just found out that Nazi Earth is this episode. I
know, but I mean, like the fact that he's oblivious to it after he was supposed to have learned all these lessons about not being oblivious to racism in season 1. Right? He's supposed to, like all this stuff that we're saying he learned in season 1, like, oh, my dad's a racist. I learned, oh, I was being chased by the KKK. I learned, and now I'm going to a whole Nazi Earth, and I didn't realize that there weren't any black people. And my dad is still a Nazi here. He's still a Nazi here. I haven't seen him have to be racist to anyone because there haven't been any people of color around.
But that's because the thing that would trigger all of those things he's supposed to learn from have been removed. So it's not because he doesn't want to acknowledge.
I mean, that's also being socially aware, right? Like if you and I walk into a room and there's only black people and we don't see any white people, you don't think we're gonna notice? That's being socially aware, right? Like we're gonna notice, like, oh, this is the cookout.
But that's a different level. That is a different level.
No. Other races do the same thing. When the Latinos go into a room full of just Latinos, they notice that. Asian people go into a room with just Asian people, they notice it.
Let me say this.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just saying that is a different level to his. I guess I'll call him a little bit of a narcissist. Narcissism. There's narcissism, there's racism, there's a whole bunch of different layers to all the shit that Peacemaker is going through. But the social aspect versus the political. I don't fucking even know at this point. The racial aspect, those are two different things. I can be socially aware that there's only women in this room. I can be socially aware that there's only men in this room that I come into. But when I'm thrust into a room full of black women, I'm honestly, the level of comfort, the fact that my brain actually changes what I need to do, how I need to move, the conversations that I can or should not have is completely different. But I'm not thinking, oh shit, I need to include all these other people. I'm just happy to be comfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't the lesson you had to learn though, right? That wasn't like your lesson to learn. It was just you, like when we go to work, right? And we go into a job or a work setting and it's just one race, we feel a type of way. When we go into a work setting and it's just our race, we feel a different way, right? Yeah. But if we have a lesson that we learn, I'm like, oh shit, I just went through all this shit. I'm growing. Man, my dad was a racist. Let me walk into this room. Oh man, I'm still thinking about what I just learned. I'm trying to apply that in my day-to-day life. That's what I'm like, he's different, right?
Oh no, I don't know if you do that in a new experience.
Real life. Can I give you a real life thing? So Ant, you showed us the pictures of y'all at the the Bridgerton event, right?
Yeah.
And your wife had a lovely dress on. And when you see your wife in the room and she's mesmerizing and you look at her and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Everything else around you at that moment, you stop. Everything else stops. Your attention is fully focused on the person who you see in front of you, who you adore and love and all of those type of things. I'm married. I'm the same thing. And I say that to say, when he went to Argus, he did not know he was going to see. Well, I guess he did know he was going to see Harcourt. He went to go see Harcourt. That was his focus. Everything else in the room didn't matter outside of where Harcourt was and what she was doing. So when he saw Harcourt and he saw her with Rick Flag Jr., his focus was on that.
But for how long? But for how long?
Hold on. Let me finish. Tunnel vision. They leave from there. They go and sit on a park bench where they're talking about resurrecting their relationship. Tunnel vision. Then, out of nowhere, these people take over the bank across the street in the middle of their conversation. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, aren't you going to do something? He's like, all right, I'll do something. And so, tunnel vision. Now I got to go address this problem. Boom, I address this problem. I come back to you. We talk about boom, boom, and then I go home. Tunnel vision. Again, I'm with my brother who I haven't seen since I killed him when I was a kid. And we're having a conversation, and I just want to tell him I love him. Again, tunnel vision. My dad, who I just killed in another world, is sitting here laughing. He's not saying racist shit. He's not doing anything evil that I can see. So again, tunnel vision. I say all of this to say that when you are a person who is trying to heal, you are going to focus on the things that help you to heal.
Yeah.
That is what he did. He focused on the things that were helping him to heal. I get what you're saying as far as he should be aware. Yes, he should be aware if his only notion is that I come to this place to do reconnaissance like Harcourt did, but he didn't come there to do that. That's why I'm saying it wasn't aware. I took my son to the ER the other day because he got a splinter in deep down in his nail, and we couldn't get it out. So I took him to the emergency room. When I got to the emergency room, everybody there was white. Everybody there, not like everybody. There was nobody of color in that entire building.
They let you get some Tylenol.
Listen. Oh. Look, they didn't let me get no Tylenol, and not only that, but they also made me feel unwelcome. They made me feel unwelcome, and like I say that to say that if he had been in a scenario where it was the focus would have been the environment, that's what I'm focused on, then I think he would have found that. I think he would have saw that. He would have been like, oh, thing. But his focus wasn't that. His focus was there to find solace. And that's what he was doing. He was finding solace in the relationship with his brother and his thing, and with Harcourt, which is what led him to go to that place in the first place, because he found a safe haven. And I just think that the idea of him being dumb, when I see him process how Harcourt feels, and when I see him being more involved and more aware and more conscious of his surroundings when it comes to his friends and the people he holds close to him, I think that's the difference. I think that's the difference in the change in season 1 to season 2. He was a person who would make racial comments, who would make all kind of statements that weren't politically correct, but he didn't know that because nobody was there to tell him that this shit is politically. You can't say that. I remember when the first conversation with Adebayo was like, "You can't say that." He was like, "Why not?" What?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think both things can be true in a sense, right? Because on one hand, yes, he went there for healing, but on the other hand, you got to remember when all of the other 11th Street kids got there, they all split up and they all started to realize, oh shit, this is Nazi Earth, right? Adebayo found out in her way. Harcourt found out in her way. what's his name? Vigilante went to the basement of his house and he immediately confronted the fact, like, hey, shit here is not just slightly different. Shit here is very, very off. I'm noticing how everybody else in his crew is realizing it, and it took them to point it out to him for him to acknowledge it.
Let me can I jump in real quick? Can I jump in? So I kind of see I agree with Ant's last statement, which is essentially that multiple things can be correct at the same time, right? Because I think that there's a few things that you're both leaving out of both parts of the conversation. So for Ty, your point is essentially, listen, he's blinded by love of family, by love of hardcore, by love of the desire to be loved, by love of his actual loving father. You know what I'm saying? And now that he's in this new universe, that's all he sees. He has tunnel vision, right? I don't even see that there's no black people. That might be one of the, keep in mind, that's one of the nuances of this world. Who knows? These folks might not have belly buttons or assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that is kind of giving me Simpsons Halloween horror show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they all eat like this. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit. But to your point, yes, when he arrived, he had a motive. He didn't just stumble upon this world and say, you know what? Oh shit, where am I? He walked in and was like, I'm here to take my place. You know what I'm saying? And to add to your point, he gave the other world a chance. So he didn't run like Ant said. Oh, he ran. He went. He was like, all right, well, hey, yo, hardcore. Before I leave to go to the you that likes me, can you just say anything nice about me? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no, fuck you. And he was like, all right, that's kind of what I figured. You know what I'm saying? The only one that told him not to go was Adebayo. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, my brother, my whole life is fucked up because I killed my brother. In this world, that isn't the case. So he goes over there and that's literally all he sees, to the point where he doesn't even see the fact that there are literally no black people. He's noticed the different names of the rock groups, but he may not have noticed at all there's not a black poster, a black mailman, a black movie star, a black athlete. He hasn't seen any of that. Now, to Ant's point, he's not been over there for 24 hours. By the time they get over there, he's been there for some time. He's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And at some point in time, to Ant's point, you literally killed your dad because you learned how racist he was. You learned how fucked up he was. You know, these are things that the whole last season was based on, and they went completely out the window even after you established your footing in this other world. So I do believe that they're both true at the same time, because the one thing that is of note is the time lapse, which for Peacemaker still doesn't, he's not just been there. He actually has established some comfortability, like I said, when he gets back over there to this new world, as opposed to the others that are going over there specifically looking for Peacemaker and found Nazism in its place, because they're not going over there blinded by love. They're looking just for Peacemaker. And also, by the way, Adebayo's actually black. So I think he found out quicker than everybody else. So I think you're both right. I think you're both right.
That's fine. But Vince, he hasn't been over there that long. Like, he went in through the doorway. They get the machine right after he goes in the thing. They go the very next day, because remember, Hardcore's like, let's get this done before I change my mind. So they go the very next day. What we see when we see him there is we see him run to Hardcore. They embrace each other, and then they spend the day in bed together. So, like, y'all keep like trying to make it seem like he was there and he's been all. No, he hasn't. When he was there, he was on a bench with Hardcore. He left. He came back to his reality. When he goes back to the reality, he spends a dinner with them, which I guess that probably could have been the time, the most effective time that he could have seen that there were no black people, because you were in a restaurant and there were no black people. Like the little kids come up and get the picture with your dad and everything like that. I guess if there was any time to be like, hey man,
the servers, not even the servers.
No
Right,
commercials
White waiters and cashiers.
But again, I know, but again,
landscape artist
in California.
But again, in that moment, you have to understand he's with his brother, his father, and the woman he loves. Nothing else matters right now except that. That's
so let
all
me.
that matters.
That brings me to a point real quick because I first of all I agree with this comment right here. This is a great conversation. We're not going to stop it, but that brings me to an interesting question that's a little random. A former member of our panel would have called this a question of the day, but to that I ask y'all: would y'all? Oh damn! I did that wrong. Would y'all be down to leave?
Yes.
This?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. I know what you can. Yes.
You have to grab it.
Send me to Black Planet right now. Send me.
Yeah, I'm out, bro. I'm out.
I ain't even get to say nothing. Goddamn.
No, you ain't need to.
Okay, I could have given a number of scenarios, man. I just assumed.
Let me get my bag.
Been big.
Let me get my bag right now.
Wow.
Been big.
Let us free.
Been big.
Let us free.
Nah. See, y'all. All right. See, hold on now. All right.
Yes.
I'm out, bro.
I'm trying to create an equivalent in my mind, but it can't be something that's so glorious because, like, we all he going there already. He's like, he going. I didn't even get a scenario. He's 100% on board. Let me stop. But so I was gonna say, if you could go to a planet, a dimension, say, so to speak, you walk in, sure, all black people, that's great, but
yeah, go off, son.
there are. I can't think of an equivalent of Nazi. I can't think of a black version of Nazi. I can't think of it.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah,
there ain't.
I can't create this fictitious universe.
No, you
Because
can't.
like I don't know how
we don't
to
run like that. We don't run like that, my guy. No, that's not it.
Okay, well then let me.
I guess this would be.
Remember. Okay. All right. So this is Star Trek.
If we went to a black planet, but everybody was one sex, like
no. Okay. Nah. I'll take it to Star Trek. So in Star Trek, remember, there's a race of humans called the remember where Giorgio came from? Remember Giorgio was one of them.
Yes.
All right. And so in this universe, everything is great with humans. It's just that the humans just consider themselves a superior species above all other races, and they go to other planets to extinguish all other species, and they don't get along with, like, you know how, like, we have the Federation, which is basically, in our universe, it's all, it's Klingon, Vulcan, whatever, we all get along. In this world, the Terrans, I think they're called the Terrans, right? The Terrans, that all the humans are perfectly fine with each other, but ain't no Vulcan scum coming on my ship, ain't no Klingon, but every human has the phenomenalist of lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, would we trade that universe? Like, like,
be on
say we were black, but
some human supremacist shit.
Yeah. You down with that?
Is the planet all black? That's all I want to know. If the planet is all black, yes, I'm out. I'm a bet on me and mine. So if it comes down to kill or be killed.
Okay,
it's not that. He's saying, like, we actively go after other people.
Like,
I'm not putting in that kind of work. Like, can I mind my business?
We are on planet black, but we're actively completely anti everybody else, and Wakanda's a secret country that hid from problems.
They are anti.
No, them niggas hid.
They are.
But they're not. They're not actively going out of.
They don't have immigrants. They have tight borders. They don't let their people out. They don't let people in.
Right.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm talking
He's
about
talking about them actively
eliminating
going
anybody outside of our.
Into the conqueror's nature. He's like where we become conquerors at that point.
We
end up being the Viltrumites. What you're describing?
Yes.
So you're saying that we become Viltrumites, and I'm saying again, yes.
Black
I'm going
Viltrumites.
to bet on me and mine, and the strongest survive. Like damn it, like you better get down. Like a wise man said, get down or lay down, and if you lay down, you stay down. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yes.
That's what we're doing. There's a better scenario. I'll have to think of it. I don't know if I've described it right now.
Look what they made us do.
I kill everybody. I didn't mean to do all that. All right, yeah. Well, I mean, basically, that's what we do on this podcast anyway. It's just talk about how much better we are.
Yes, I think we would leave, especially in this current climate. Man, we'd be on the first date smoking. Like all the black people can go
right
have
now.
their own planet. Yeah,
you going black. Okay, all right. So let me pose this to you then. So say we go to planet black, right?
I hate this word. I hate this.
It's all just us,
black,
right? But
planet black.
But every time I think of something to say, I'll be like, man, I ain't gonna say that dumbass, racist ass, dumbass, stereotypical shit, man.
You don't know what I'm about.
I can't even do it. I can't even fuck with it, man.
You know why you can't do it? Because black people aren't racist. We're not racist.
We're not black supremacists.
It's not even in our nature. Like we're not like there's. I'm not even gonna get into this conversation really because that's a whole different conversation. But we have the ability to function and live and let live. We have that functionality. That is a key ingredient being black. That is why we so much and go through so much and don't retaliate. That is why, because we have this functionality of letting live and let live. So I think if we did have a planet, we wouldn't be no conquerors. We'd be the most beautiful planet that is the world and the universe has ever seen. Because if we found a way to work with each other where there's no race, there's no division, there's no behind the scenes pulling puppet masters trying to make us go against each other and all of that shit, put us on a planet. I guarantee we thrive. Put us in our own city. I guarantee we thrive. Put us in our own state. I guarantee we thrive. Anywhere you put us, we gonna thrive. That's what.
I'm gonna jump in there with you. How many cities did we have that suddenly needed to be burnt down, needed to be corralled in, needed to be put in their place because we were just advancing a little bit too much for the people that was. Ooh, the Mandalorian is coming out of me today. That was just a little bit too shiny for the rest of them people over there that couldn't get up off their own ass and cook their own shit and feed their own kids and watch their own shit and build their own shit and yada yada, etc., etc. I'm not. What are we doing? What are we doing? We could have tore this motherfucker down, and yet we did not. Why? Because we still gotta live here. We still gotta fucking live here. That's part of the reason why. Now, when you're talking about the current climate events, we just don't have the socio-economical ways in which to enact said revenge. However, a lot of us West Indians are nurses and doctors at the moment, and you know what?
Hey.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, watch your mouth. I'm just saying, watch your mouth.
Ooh, wow. We make your food. This sounds very Occupy Wall Street.
I just did a whole thing where I was going over the race massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma, teaching it to my son because they don't teach it to him in school. He's like, he never knew, right? I asked him, hey, do you know why? And he lives in Harlem too. How come every time you go to the store, black people aren't behind the counter? Right? How come every time you go to the beauty supply store, even though it's full of stuff for, black people, hair supplies, picks, all this stuff, black people ain't behind the counter. We don't own the stores. How come? And then I went through the explanation of what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I also gave it to him in current times. Look at 125th Street in Harlem, New York. That was maybe our equivalent of like a Black Wall, not Black Wall Street, but definitely a full strip of Black-owned businesses, to the point where if you come to New York, you'll notice those double-decker British buses come through and ride through Harlem like we're a fucking zoo.
Yep.
Just to take a look at all the Black-owned businesses and the Black people walking around, and then it goes back downtown. Yep. But this stuff happens, and yeah, if you could give us that planet, if we never had gotten slavery, maybe if we even gotten those TV shows that the Game of Thrones people and Aaron Magruder wanted to create, what would have happened if Black people never gotten enslaved, right? You got to remember, Black people have invented some of the most incredible things that we take advantage of today. We cured COVID. Dr. Kizzy made the COVID vaccine, right? Like the most prominent thinkers in our race create some of the most powerful things that are used worldwide. Imagine if we had that in our own country and that income went back to us instead of Pfizer.
Shit piss me off every time, B. Every fucking time. Every time.
Anyway, this is a big tangent. This ain't got nothing to do with Blerd shit no more. My fault.
Somebody said something about Sada Shakur. Shout out to Sada Shakur, who did, for those unaware, Sada Shakur shot 2 police officers because they were hunting them down for no reason, because J. Edgar Hoover thought that it was going to be a good thing to go and spy on the Black Panthers. And so she ended up getting extradited. She ended up, read her story. It's real crazy. They put her in a male jail. She had a baby. Ultimately, she was able to get out due to good lawyering, and she went to Cuba and lived out her life in Cuba. And if you go down there, they whisper about her. I had an opportunity before the embargo was lifted to go down to Cuba. She's a popular item, even though you can't talk about it too loud, because Cubans, she goes to Cuba. The Cuban folk do not speak freely in the streets because of communism. That's a whole other subject. But yes, Garrett A. Morgan, the traffic light, Benjamin Banneker, the Washington, D.C. plans, Charles Drew, Blood Bank, hella inventive. Not to even get started on Madison J. Walker.
Heart surgery.
Come on. I mean, listen, they go Lewis Latimer and the filament for the electric lights that actually wouldn't have been no Thomas Edison. Hello. So there's a whole list. We just getting this thing started. And that's also why we got to band together, because we only promote ourselves. They ain't gonna talk about this out there in the world. Man, I think that's a good end cap, frankly, to our discussions here today, man. It went out real nice. I like
how we get Black on here. It's nice. It's comfortable. Ooh, look around. Ooh.
Yeah, get comfy and cozy, man. We all Black. I want to say shout out to everybody who stuck around for the whole ride. It's been a long one, but it's been very, 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 very insightful in my opinion. And yeah, don't forget, like I said, next week we got your homeboy Jonathan Ajayi for the time being gonna pull on up on us. We also are going to be tuning in to Gen V, which we're watching. I ain't gonna stay on this too long, but y'all watching this? I don't want to, not another 30 minutes, but
I gotta watch I gotta watch whatever came out this past week, but
I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm just gonna say this, and y'all, we can do whatever, but it's become just a shock value show, and they doing it's like when I'm watching the first episode and the second episode, I'm like, all right, so some of this shit is now becoming ridiculous and it's becoming annoying.
Yeah.
And it really scares me for the boys, because I'm like, well,
yeah,
like, what are y'all gonna do? Like, now that we're shooting, beer out of our assholes and like where do we go next, sir? Like,
I'll say what you try not to say. Enough of the dicks already. We get it. Yes. We get it. Enough of the dicks. But it's not always funny. All right, it's a lot of dick.
You don't say.
And now listen, look, I'm not trying to look. I get it, Art. I get it. For all these years, all these ladies that had to suffer through all the titties has been on screen.
We spread it out a little bit.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, does all the dick have to be concentrated in Seth Rogen's projects all exclusively? Like, if you watch Gen Z and you watch now I guess you can add James Gunn to it, but Gen Z and the boys, there's gonna be a dick at some point. But in Gen V, it's gratuitous. It's gratuitous. And I'm not anti-dick.
You're not anti-what?
Not anti-dick. That's it.
I'm even for the art form, ladies. I want them to be able to enjoy, or men, whoever whoever likes to see them. I'm not anti. Look, I want you to get your feel. I'm not saying, but I mean, at some point, like Ty is saying, like there comes a point where you're like, was this word like? It'd be one thing if you hadn't done it already, but like once you do it, like for the 5th and 6th time, that it kind of loses the.
It's luster, I guess.
I think I just made this worse. I think I should have just ended the show. We were doing so well. I'm so sorry. Let me. You know what? My bad.
Black People Enterprise.
we went.
Let's get back on track.
Madam DJ
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. We was doing so good.
It's one of the greatest.
Okay, hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. Y'all, I'm sorry. But yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what it is. Well, anyway, the point is, we'll talk about that in the weeks to come. The Gen V. I cannot with y'all. I cannot. We are so grown. We are so grown. But anyway, anything else, Lady Mandalore? What do we have to look forward to on this Sunday's show? And I'm still waiting for my headshot so I can make you a title page. So anyway, one of these days.
I was looking. I found one that I kind of like, and I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you two, and I'll you pick. Speaking of uplifting of Black people and telling our stories, on this week's episode of Room Full of Blerds, we will be talking to our guest of this illustrious comic, Isaac Lee Edwards. It's called Black Fist. Basically, we got a superhero that's fucking up the Klan. Peacemaker needs this man on the show to help clear up all that shit. He's going to be a lovely guest along with my co-host, Navy Montel. You can join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on YouTube and Twitch. We're also probably going to talk some more about Demon Slayer. We're going to talk about... but we're going to talk some more about... we're fucking talking about Peacemaker and some extra shit. I will not be holding back my tongue because it's my show. So I hope to see y'all there. I think I might stream later today. My video game. I don't know what I'm gonna play. We'll all find out together. I've been threatening to play Silent Hill. I'm a big old puss. When it comes to scary movies, I'd be terrified, bro.
Are you Twitch? Do you Twitch stream?
Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Yep.
Okay, so Room Full of Blerds Twitch.
Yes.
Okay, Room Full of Blerds Twitch. Anthony, you gonna be busy late? Are you in edit mode right now? You gonna edit?
I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing, and I showed you before the show started.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to. I ain't gonna put you out there. Okay.
Yeah, don't.
That's what's up. We got plans. I will say this before we go. And this one specifically, I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying this, Lisa, if you're still out there, we are in the process of finalizing a live event, some plans for December. All right, the first weekend of December.
All right.
And it's gonna be something nice. Now, what that event is, until I get all the details completely clarified in terms of what we're willing to share with the public, I will. But just know that it's gonna be something nice. It's gonna be something special.
It's gonna be deep-throated. I mean, full throat.
Yo, I'm not. What is wrong with you? Yo, I gotta end the show. Just tune in, man. We back. Be your authentic self. If you need to be yourself, you being fake. And in all things, you a Blerd. Go ahead and thank you, Flag Fly. Goddamn, you so
It's one of the greatest podcasts, and you know what? Fuck that. These guys are fucking awesome. They my niggas to the end of time.